Hold on. There we go. The wire fell off the microphone. I was like, huh, I'm talking to ATK, but he can't hear me. The wire fell out of the back of the microphone. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, what's good? You can hear me now? Yo, what's good on Yigi? It sounds like it works now. Making sure you guys can hear me. Yo, what's going on, Twilight? Yeah, it's been a hectic morning for me. I'm like kind of scrambling all over the place. We're gonna probably jump into submissions in like 5-10 minutes or so. Like just get stuff in now because this is gonna be a shorter Fix It Friday than it normally is. It is currently 2:47 my time. I have to bail at 6:15 because I have to go to the airport to pick somebody up. So that is the absolute latest this session could go. So I want to waste not too much time and go. But right now, though, let's do daily summons and whatnot, right? Oh, I wait for more people to come in because usually it takes like 10 minutes for everybody to actually come through. Go through the daily process of the Sue.
What do you think?
Also, make sure if you haven't already, pre-order your damn Luna figure. If you actually want the New Moon Luna figure, please pre-order it. There you go. I will show you guys. There you go. So it is about 178 on Ami, right? And I promise you, if you do not order this and you want this, it's on Discord. I will post it, pin it up real fast for you guys. So there's the Discord. I will post this here. Like that. Pin this. Pin it. We'll pin it now over on Twitch. So that way, if anybody asks again. There we go. There you go. Yes, Joe, but here's the thing, right? So this figure, right? This 2B, I bought this 2B it is now, right? It's 173 now, but this is a reissue, right? When this went out for pre-order, it was about this much price, this 2B. Before it got a reissue, right? It ended up going to $600 US. So if you do not order Luna and it does not get a reissue, I promise you, you'll be paying out the ass for it. That's why I'm stressing this so much. Like, ATK will tell you in chat, he's a notable figure collector. I have also been collecting figures for like 20 years. If you do not pre-order, you will pay double, maybe more, for a character. Once it comes off pre-order, man, it is through the roof, the price. That's it. Basically, you have to bank that she hits the bargain bin. Basically, if not enough people buy her, she might go down in price, but it's very unlikely. It's good. It's exactly. So, like, if you actually want it, please pre-order it because it's either going to be bargain bin or it's going to be you can't find it anywhere. You have to pay insane money for it. Like, figures are one of the few things, like, this isn't like GameStop, right? Where, like, I know my friend who's, he always swears by GameStop pre-orders, right? Like, if you want a game, pre-order. Nah, dude. If I want a game, I have ways of finding it. It's not the end of the world, right? If you do not order a figure because it's such a niche, like, hobby, you are just, like, omega screwed. if it's, like, for a character you actually want. What is the link to the figure? I recommend Ami. I will post it here in chat. I have bought a lot of things off Ami Ami in the past. It's gonna come from Japan. But yeah, Ami Ami has excellent customer service, so. You could I believe you should be able to update your address. So. But maybe. I mean, in that case, you could hold off. There's also like American retailers, like I'm sure you'll be paying more. You could probably find other places, like other stores, like American stores will have it for sale. But it might be at like the $200 or $210 price point. Ami Ami is the second cheapest I've seen at $178.24. The cheapest I have seen is $147, $150, something like that. But it's from a company I have never heard of. So take that with a grain of salt. But Ami Ami is the cheapest from somebody I can honestly vouch for and say, hey, I buy things from these people on the regular, right? And I know that they are good. I did not ATK. How was it GPB? There you go. If you want to see a GBP, there you go, Crank. Will do. ATK, I got an email that said specifically that they will email me with shipping options when it's available. Like, it says until shipping options, like, I basically, the figure is paid, I have to pay shipping at a later date, and I have to just, they'll tell me my options when it comes time. Yeah, Luna's surprisingly a cheap figure. But I'm just saying, just throwing it out there that, like, if you want Luna, like, you know, then do not hesitate to grab the Luna. I hope that she's not, like, super cheap. That would suck. Like, if she was, like, very cheaply made. Oh, it comes with, like, a little postcard. That's cool. You get a postcard. You ordered from Tom? Ah, I see. I knew ATK would order the Luna figure. Not ATK, I'm Hez. Why did I say ATK? I knew both of you would order because I know both of you guys are figure enthusiasts. Also, what's good, Hez? By the way, thank you again, Hez, for those cases for the figures, right? I did see the Luna cosplay on Reddit, yeah. Thank you again, Hez, for those figure cases. I put my my 2B and my 9S in them because they're signed figures. They're perfect. They're like perfect for displaying, and now I don't have to worry about them getting all dirty and whatnot. That's a genius idea, man. If you don't know ATK, like, so Hez has these, I think he said they were like plastic boxes. They're like clear plastic boxes that are used to display like sneakers, right? They are the perfect size to actually display 1/7 scale figures. They literally are exactly the perfect size. It's about 200 USD. Harles, this is nothing. This is nothing. This is cheap. This is cheap. If I went like Arturia, right? From like Fate. Bro, like, look at like Arturia. 306? Same size. This is same size as Luna. Like same dimensions. Like a lot of these Fate ones are just like absolutely ridiculous. Right? Surprisingly, Fate has come down in terms of pricing. But like normally like Fate stuff is like really, really expensive. Yeah, look at the 1/4 scale. I can't show you guys on stream. But there's a Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. It's a 1/4 scale. I literally cannot show you guys it on stream because I would get banned off YouTube. But it goes for about $1,200. I showed Hez it when we were in New York at Anime NYC. Do you remember, Hez? It was like on the top shelf. It's the Motoko Kusanagi where she's like, you know, she's got the machine. She's not wearing anything, but it's like her holding the machine gun. It's from the original movie. It's literally the movie cover for the re-release, the Blu-ray re-release. Yo, what's going on, Twilight? No, dude, if you can't afford it, this is a luxury item. You do not feel compelled to buy it. Trust me, I understand. Money is tight for me also. Let me don't do this because like I have to make sure we check. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, Terra. I remember this figure. Look at the price. Look at the price on Terra from Final Fantasy VI. This is a 1/6 scale. This is basically, if you buy this, this is furniture for your house. This is like the centerpiece to like a family room or like a dining room or something. Yo, what's going on, Dragon Slayer? So yeah, there's one for Nier Automata as well, right? Made by the same people. The master line for Nier, it's the same thing. It costs about 10 grand. Yeah, that's why I don't collect figures. All the power to you guys. Select this one. It is fun. If you wanted to, and this is the last thing I'll say on figures, but like if you actually wanted to get into, if you want to buy figures that are good quality and cheap, I highly recommend, what is it? I recommend the Good Smile Pop-Up Parade line. These are really good. Like if you guys have never seen these are all about $30. And they're all about 8 inches tall. They're pretty good. Some of them are varying quality. Oh, I didn't know they actually had one of Major Kusanagi. Yeah, so like this figure is like 30 bucks. And it's not bad, right? I think this is worth $30. I think this is a pretty good $30 one. Yeah. Oh, it's the large size one. Okay, so never mind. This one I can't use as an example. The large size one is about $70. Hey, like, dude, there's a summon skull. They say it's pretty good line of stuff. Yeah, this is another one. It's like 70 bucks. Like I personally have all the Konosuba ones. That's like kind of my thing. Oh, I didn't know there was one for Ainz. Yeah, there's also prize figures as well. Yeah, so here's like Ainz. This one is actually, I think, the normal price, right? Okay, no, it's not. It's SB. I like how I literally, every single one I've picked is not a normal size figure, right? I know that the Evangelion ones are, but yeah. Like I said, these ones are just designed to be, like, they're basically prize figures here. But I think they're a bit higher quality than prize figures. Yeah, I actually have this one. This one of Mori. Yeah, I actually have this figure. This figure, these pictures do not do this figure justice. For $30, this figure is gorgeous. The veil being translucent is also, like, nice touch. Anyways, that's enough shilling for figures. That's not why you guys are here. You guys are here because we're here for Fix It Friday. So I think enough time has passed now where I can start jumping into the requests. Yeah. Dude, get the Mori figure. It's like only like 30. It's only like 30. You might have to pay 40. The Hololive figures, depending on how popular the waifu is, they charge a premium. Some stores basically price gouge because they know that people will pay extra. I would not pay any more than $40 for Mori if you're trying to get it cranked. If you tag me in the Discord later, cranked, I could just I could send you some pictures of Mori if you want. I gotta get a Fauna figure, but aware, damn, dude. Man, I love Fauna. Yeah, dude. I wonder what the acronym's gonna be now. She's like she's going back to her old VTuber, which is like Lemon Tea or whatever. So people were like joking. They repurposed the MILF acronym as like man. And then the I is I love, and then L is like lemon, and then fauna. January 5th will hurt, yeah. Alright. So here's our first Fix It Friday from Redbeard. It says, really need advice on how to make her better. Possible MLB, the CE. I don't know. Help, please. Maximum break the craft essence. Okay, so he's using... So that Redbeard just kind of outed himself as an FGO player. I was like, the C, I was like, you mean the artifact? And I was like, oh, no, they meant the craft essence, which is what artifacts are called in Fake Grand Order. Oh, yeah, the relax line is pretty decent. I know some friends who have those ones, Shia. Just looking at it, right? The biggest problem with Empyrean Elanav, your Elanav, is her HP is too low. Right? I think we can agree your HP is just too low. So, if we look at the sword, right? The sword has 14 health, 14% health, and then 240 flat health. That is roughly about 3%. So this is a 17% sword, right? Now, yeah, you want 26k minimum, I would say. Now, if you look at, like, here's my sword on my Illinow, to give you an example, right? Look at how much HP is on mine. If this is roughly about 3% flat health, or 3% health is flat, so I have 38%, roughly, give or take, on mine. And then this Illinav here that you have, right? This thing is got, on the sword, roughly 17. So I have double the amount of HP, right? The helmet is, like, okay. But you can also see it here again on the body. 23 crit chance is, like, insane. But, again, if you just, like, go down the line and, like, look at some of the pieces that I have, like, I have a piece similar to yours, right? So, like, this helmet, obviously, is where most of my damage comes from. So, like, how you have that body that gives you most of your crit chance, that's fine. But, like, you really need to have, like, decent HP or high HP on some of these pieces. Right? Like, this one also, the boots have 33. So, like, you need to have a lot of health on these pieces in order for it to shine. What? It looks like the same problem as my Dilibet. Too little wanted stats that sort of kill it over. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, you have a lot of speed on your left-hand side, and I don't know if it's, like, warranted, right? You might be able to get away with, like, a different thing. You might be able to get away with health boots, actually, with, like, speed on it. Like, if you go health boots, right, like some kind of health percentage boots, that tanks your speed down to 128, and then if you had more speed elsewhere, you might be able to get it there. I think, like, 150 is, like, fine as a speed threshold for this character. Also, I don't think I would play Holy Sack. Like, I don't really like Holy Sack on Empyrean Elanav. It gives the most amount of HP, but I really just don't like it. I think Elbrus is a bit better. Me personally, like, Elbrus is my go-to on the character. The most popular is Rise of a Monarch. So, one of those, for sure, I think is what you want to choose. Is it Rimuru TC? Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I typically get stomped by 30k mommy navs. Is that what we're calling her? Mommy navs? I mean, she is basically one of the dragon. That's the format. The format is, which dragon mommy do you get? Do you get Luna or do you get Illanav? So, there you go. Give me 1 second, guys. Like, my nose is bothering. I'm just gonna go blow my nose real fast. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like, this is like one of those times a year where it's like rough for me because I don't do well in the cold. And so having the heat turned on makes the air pretty dry. So it's like hard to breathe. Alright. But yeah. Just overall, looking at it. Necklace seems alright. The ER is kind of killing you on the ring. And same with the attack. You definitely want a different ring. Definitely need a different ring. And then I think having boots as like health percentage boots with some speed on the subs will really set you right. So I think I would want, depending on how things pan out on the boots, you could maybe change the sword, but I think we leave it for now. Get a good pair of HP boots with some speed on it. Change out the ring. And we want to shoot for like 1600 defense, 26k HP, like 150 speed with like 270, 280 crit damage. And then change our artifact. And I think if you could hit that, I think you're in a pretty good spot, right? All right. Next up, we got Pooty over here, Pooty Tang, who's got a Betty Maru. The Mad Lad actually did it. We memed about it for a while, but he actually did it. I feel like this needs more HP though, no? Is it too fast with not enough HP? How much do you get CR-wise on this character? I like super have not played this guy. $28, 31, 34, 37, 40? You get 40? It's 40. Yeah, I think maybe we have a little bit too much speed. Not enough HP. I don't know. Me in my head, I remember when Red played this, it was like 14k HP, right? And I've seen counter ones at like 16 or 17k HP in the past. So my first thought is like, I think the HP is a little low. Yo, that sword is cracked. Hootie, are you here? Because this so like, tell me how this has performed for you. The Draco Plate does give us extra tankiness, so he has to be aware that he's not supremely tanky. My worry is that, like, the Pratt set here only gives, like, what? Only gives, like, 1400 barrier? The barrier is pretty small that this generates. Still, it could be good because of buff stacking. This is one of those I think I have to test it and see. Dude, this man just casually has a 21 and a 22 on prot set. Like, no big deal. Like that's like just another day for this guy. Yeah. I think overall that's my thoughts on it. Is like, I think maybe we have too much speed, not enough bulk. Because like the counter Benny Mars that I've always seen have like 16, 17k HP. And I think maybe we neglected that a bit too much. But, like, as far as, like, damage stats and, like, speed, this is certainly viable. It's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe protection set just makes it not as good. Like, I feel like we're leaning not enough into the protection set angle here. That's a hard one to evaluate. That is definitely, like, a flex. This is definitely a flex build. Yeah, buff stacking is, like, the best thing I could think about for this. Like, especially because, like, right now... buff stacking is super important to protect key counterpick pieces. Right? Because a lot of characters can only strip 2 buffs. A lot of openers only strip 2 buffs. So this is a good way to get around it. Next up is Xeno. She says, Forgotten Boy for S2 one-shot stuns on AoE S3 for fun. Do I need more speed on him? I haven't looked at it yet, but the answer is probably almost assuredly yes. Abyssal, I think, does not belong on him. I know you're saying it's for fun, but Abyssal actually requires an effectiveness check. So if you have no effectiveness at all on the character, its chance of stunning is pretty low unless it's against other DPS. I think, me personally, Book or his own artifact, Blackhand, are his best options. That's, like, from what I've seen in the past, because, like, you could Soulburn, guarantee ignoring ER a reset, which is very, very potent on him. And then Blackhand just gives you more stats because he's very stat hungry. As far as speed, yeah, he's definitely too slow. This is one of those characters where he's like Blue Kisei, where, like, I think 260 is the fast or the slowest I think I'd ever realistically play the character. And if you go faster than that, that's great. Like, Coeric literally requires that he goes first, or that you have turn 1 locked up, and he's ahead of the vast majority of stuff, or he's just, like, doomed. He needs a bridge. Like, either you can only be this slow if you have a bridge. You have to have turn 1 and then some way to get him to his turn. So, like, Requiem Rwanda to throw everybody back, for example, would work. But, like, if you don't have more speed, you're just, like, they're kind of cooked. Obviously, the body and the necklace having only 5 speed are the easiest places to kind of pick it up. But that 99 here, not exactly easy to replace. Yeah, minus 265 and still not fast enough. Agreed. Yeah, his multis are insane. You definitely want Torrent. I agree with that also. But the thing is, oh my god, if you guys don't know, this is the character in the game with the worst base HP. So, like, if you actually were to put him on Torrent, he would literally, like, you could sneeze at him with, like, Destina and he would explode. You play him with push usually? Okay. That's probably fine. So. Yeah, like, your damage is great, it looks like. It's just, that's it. It just comes down to different artifacts, and maybe we need more speed. Your Coeric had sub 8k HP for the longest time. Yeah, like, his HP is abysmal, guys. Like, I'm telling you. His HP is awful. You guys always joke about how Tamarin has, like, no HP. Have you guys ever seen Coeric's base HP? Check out that base HP. It's pretty terrible, right? Is this S2 strip 2 or all? I believe it's all. 2. No, it is 2. Okay. Yeah, only strip 2 kind of rough. But yeah, he has like no HP like whatsoever. Also, I have full stamina. We gotta fix that. We gotta go farm with the monkey. Especially because I'm 0 out of 4 on a Friday on this. All stamina goes into this. Oh no, we have to speed check something real fast. Speed check a couple of things. Throw myself in there so I'm not being inefficient. Yo, 1 speeder? Nah, dude, we don't live that life. Alright, hopefully, Xeno, that answers your question. So the next one, we'll move on to... Oh my god, it's another Coeric. Alright. Hey, that's pretty cool on the top left. It's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi Bonds! Let's go! He's the squishiest character in the game. This next one is Dennis, right? What am I doing wrong with Mediator? I used to have him on a 130 F-bill with 25k HP, and he hit harder than the 270 crit damage with 22.6k, or at the very least his damage feels negligible in comparison. Also, are zombies and Toon decks still viable in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't want to be completely washed by my girlfriend. I have no idea, Dennis. I have not played. The last format I played Yu-Gi-Oh in is Edison, so you'd have to ask a resident Yu-Gi-Oh player if it's still good. I don't even know. If you really want the answer, you're already in my Discord. Ping Aki Lucky, one of my mods. He regularly plays Yu-Gi-Oh and he competes in regionals. He could tell you what's good in Yu-Gi-Oh. But as for this, I think it's a matter of the DPS hand guy, right? It's a matter of having good HP and a penetration set. That's what's gonna let him do good damage, right? That's where it comes down to. Definitely get your Warhorn to plus 30. Right? The DPS hand guy is very demanding. I don't have him built at the moment. Well, I kind of sort of do. I'll show you what I'm on right now. So I'm on this for hand guy at the moment. We're testing this out, but I was on DPS hand guy, right? Originally. And so the stat line for DPS hand guy, I can just pull it up real fast. And I could show you like what's different, and we could kind of compare and contrast yours versus the one that I used to play. And even then, my like old DPS hand guy wasn't exactly the best, right? And it was still pretty. It was pretty high gear score too, and it still felt like just okay. So the old one that I was on was, let's see if I could find it all real fast without taking up too much time. We're on this one. This thing. Scroll down to nope. Who's wearing it? This guy? No. This one. And then it was crit damage necklace with 22 over here. So 20, 22. This one. And then this was also a bunch of crit chance. You'll notice there's it's pretty stat hungry overall. The build. And this is this guy? Yeah. So as you can see, this is what I had on the right. And it's not even like that crazy. This is 420 gear score. Right, I have some wasted stats, but like this is not easy to build. So my suggestion to you would be, if you can't hit similar stat lines, right? Like I have 24 KHP and you have 22.6. Like if you can't hit 24 KHP and also hit the pen set with that, then I just wouldn't even bother. Like I'll be real with you, I wouldn't even bother. The one that I'm on right now, the one on the left, I haven't gotten to test it too much, but the fact of the matter is, Mediator is played pretty commonly into like Harsetti, and that was the logic for this. Is like if I'm going to be playing versus Harsetti all the time, I might as well just go for a counter version of the character, right? In order to actually force through more turns than the Harsetti player. That's the logic for why this is. And if you're wondering why is it not base speed, straight up villagers, because if the Harsetti dies, I don't want a Mediator that does nothing. Dude, you want to see my Glow Wings 21 Genua build? There you go. I can't actually show it to you. It's top secret, bro. I forgot he's not a ranger. It's top secret, bro. Top secret build. Yeah, yeah. So that's basically it, Dennis. Also, apparently, Twilight answered in chat saying that the Yu-Gi-Oh decks you are talking about are not viable. But yeah, Dennis, my thoughts are, if it's not working for you, don't force it. Play something that is a bit tankier, if that still works for you. Because, like, I played a lot of damage hand guy, and it's starting to feel like old, quote-unquote, old meta. Like, it doesn't feel anywhere near as good as I thought it would. So, you're not alone in this feeling that the character isn't, like, super amazing and that you're having more success with other builds, because the damage one just doesn't feel like it's super worth it, because the matches you won him in, he either gets hard focus and dies very quickly because he's not as bulky as he used to be, or you're against Harsetti, in which case, like, who cares about damage, man? Like, everyone is playing these, like, super tanky 30k plus HP characters, like, and is trying to go for turn 1 defense break, so, like, I need immunity so that can't happen to me. So, that's just overall my thoughts on hand guy on this. Like, your pieces at a glance don't look that bad. Obviously, you're missing a reforged chair on this sword, but I think you really need Pen if you want to play him as a damage dealer. I just don't think he does enough otherwise. Alright, we're going to move on now to So Solid. So for the Queen of Tanks, I had her full tank with ER, but it seemed a bit useless, so I rebuilt her as damage. Any thoughts if I should drop 5 speed on Helm and 255 health on armor for the 18% defense? Okay, I kind of didn't understand that real fast. Take this, so you wanted to should I drop the 5 speed off the Helm for 255 health, and then 18 defense. I'm I'm like missing what you're saying here on the armor, right? Okay, so you're saying you could swap this 255 for defense? Okay. Okay, so I will convert and get percentage. Okay. I don't think it's worth it to take the speed off the helmet because you're gonna take a 5, like a nat 5, right? So you're getting 10 equipment score on the helmet with your nat 5. You're gonna convert it to 255 flat health, which is effectively 3%. So you're gonna take a 10 and you're gonna just convert it to a 3. Like you're just trying to eke out a little bit of HP for no real reason. Like this actually looks like a really nuts Illinav. What is your gear score on this thing? Why does this feel like this has more stats than mine? Am I like crazy? Yeah, this feels like this has more stats than mine. Oh, it's because you're on Destro. That's why. I keep forgetting. I'm on counter. Counter is the reason why we're feeling the way that we are feeling. I think the sword is good. And then I do think you make that flat health for defense change. I think that's just huge. Yeah, since wards are up, yeah, I feel that. A lot of people feel that way. I just stick with the counter LNAV. I like it. In the matchups where he's not there, I feel it. Like, I literally feel the game impact. Yeah, your boots are insane. You could change that 8% ER to crit damage if you wanted, by the way. I look at that. I think you might want that ring. I can tell looking at the ring that you changed 6F to 25 flat defense, which is like nearly worthless on her. Like flat defense is like very bad on her. She's the second worst character in the game for flat defense in terms of scaling. Yeah, I think it's change the def, the flat health for defense percentage. I think, and then get a different ring maybe. I think we could do better than this ring. A lot better than this ring. And then you make that swap here on the boot. That's where I would take it. And I would leave the 5 speed, like I said, alone on the helmet. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good thing. Swap body, swap shoes, get a different ring. Is 165 speed still good though? I'm literally playing 167. It's fine. Tristan Wolf plays her at like 105. Which that seems too low to me. I'll be real with you. Him playing it at 105 is like, that's wild to me. Because if you get sealed, like, she does nothing. Alright. Move on to GH that says, I'll end this quickly. Well, you're ER gaming, so I guess for you, the 109 ER works out for you. But generally, I don't think it's worth it on Carmen anymore. I don't see anything, like, too different than mine. Like, I'm, like, 10 speed faster than you, but you have, like, 30 or 40 ER on me, so, like, it's pretty much a push. You could convert this 5 F if you wanted to flat defense, just for effective HP. Like, what else are you trying to do here? No mod gems? Yeah, I mean, same thing. 3 speed, you could change to flat defense if you wanted to. Body can pick up flat health over 2 speed. And then flat attack here also. This actually can't. This could just swap the ER. Even though that's a max roll. It's a Carmen, bro. I mean, like I said, it's not too different than mine. Mine is not, like... I mean, currently I'm not wearing an Aureus, but you can see, like, I'm not too far off you. Like, I pretty much got rid of my ER entirely because, like, it just wasn't important. Yeah, it's a Carmen. I actually have to make sure I put an Aureus back on Carmen because I actually did pick her recently, which means that, like, there was a chance I was playing her without it. Yeah, Fallen Cecilia's holding my other Aureus that I took from her. Alright. J Peach. As I call him, Jas. Jas is up next to Lionheart Cerny and says, "By my destiny, I will cut you down." It's the Cermia quote. Okay. Yo, we are really out here. Yo, this guy over here with Creation Destruction. How has that been working out for you? Like, does that actually work? Like, are you killing it, son? Because, like, if I had, I've debated it. Trust me, I've debated it. Yeah. I mean, the state of Lionheart right now for me is, like, I'm trying this build. I'm trying the Villager Lionheart. That's my plan right now. Yeah, that's my plan right now. Because that's the only time where I'm like, yeah, I can play this. Also, where's Skin? Have we decided to go back to base Skin? To be fair, they're both excellent, so I don't blame you for going for default. I mean, the only thing that looks like that you can actually change is 6 crit damage for 7 crit damage. Assuming this isn't a flat defense swap to begin with. And then other than that, like, eventually you go red body, right? Flat defense mod, thought so. Yeah, so the only thing you can do then is change body. I mean, it's pretty much as good as it gets, right? Yeah, I don't have the gear to make a really, really insane Lionheart that's like base speed for Harsetti matchups. I wish this character was better, man. I wish she was on the balance patch today. I think she's like... I've been dunking on her a lot for the last, like, 2 months, even though she's my favorite. And that's just because, like, I want my favorite to actually feel, like, good and win the majority of games when I play them. And it's just hard to use the character. She's, like, fine, but... For as much as, like, people will shit on Pirate Captain Flan, I think Pirate Captain Flan is just better than Cermia in this meta. Like, I've seen people effortlessly win with Flan. I feel like anytime anyone plays Lionheart, it's the struggle. I think this character is, like, this character feels so fake. Most of the time you pick it. Like, I feel like you win because you gear gapped people, not because the character's actually good. It's alright, they're too busy buffing you Fine for the 4th time. Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? Exactly, man. We go to, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Control's too good right now. Probably Fire Robbie getting buffed next time. Yeah, to make sure that the skin is actually usable. Like, what's really killing Lionheart? What really kills Lionheart, and we discussed this a lot on Fix It Friday. What kills this character every damn time is this stat line. This stat line is dog. I'm about to make it my new crusade. Like, I literally used to say that, or I still say that Scorpio Thief sucks, right? I say it a lot. But I think that, like, Light Warrior, or not Light Warrior, but Warrior Pisces, right? Pisces Warrior gives it a run for its money. Like, this might actually be the worst stat line in the game. Yeah, Virgo and Pisces Warriors are just dog shit. Those, I think, are probably, at this point, because here's the thing, right? As much as I clown on this stat line, right? We could agree 1228 attack is good. 6,266 health is fine. 113 speed is solid. 23 crit chance is like, hey, I'll take that. It's just the defense. The defense is the only part of this kit, or the stat line, that sucks. Right? But if you look at the other warriors, like, if you look at Judge Kisei, right? Judge Kisei is an opener with trash attack, average defense, trash HP, good speed, but trash for an opener, a ton of crit chance, and some F. So the character is F skewed, but doesn't have the speed to take advantage of it, or she's forced to go damage, but doesn't have the attack to use it. There's, like, her stat line goes two different ways, and therefore doesn't have the ability to go to do anything. She's just screwed by her stat line. Surmi is the same way. She's just screwed because her stat line sucks. What about Libra Warrior? Libra Warrior actually, yeah, is also kind of one that's kind of rough. Like, most of the, I think they should just look at the warrior stat lines in general. So, this is actually 15 crit hit chance. Let me show you with Rimuru instead of Luna. Luna's better looking, but at least Rimuru, it'll illustrate the point better. But, like, here's Libra, right? Like, you have average speed, average health, average defense, average attack, and then just standard stock across the board. So, like, Libra Warrior is literally just, I'm average, the character. So, if you need high damage, you're never going to get it. If you need high HP, you're never going to get it. If you need high defense, you're never going to get it. If you need high speed, you're never going to get it. It is too generically average. Like, every character with Libra Warrior needs to have a broken kit for them to be exceptional. Yeah, you're not, yeah, exactly. Libra Warrior is average in a game, not even a meta, a game where being average is not good. Right? It sucks. It really does. Like, honestly, they need to revisit most of the warrior stat lines, because, like, the only good ones are, like, Ken. I mean, Robbie's the same one. And then, like, Dark Corvus, which is Capricorn still, and then Cancer. It's literally just Cancer and Capricorn. Every other one of these sucks. Aries, too. Aries is fine. Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. They're the only good warrior stat lines. Fight me. The other ones all suck. Every character that's, like, not one of those three is trash. Scorpio is also not good. This is what Hua Young is, bystander Hua Young. This stat line's also not particularly great. Because it's slightly above average attack, average defense, slightly above average health, slow as dirt speed, and then no other, like, boosting stats. Like, you mean to tell me you couldn't give this stat line like 27 crit chance? Yeah, warrior stat lines suck. They are not balanced well at all. I think warrior, just as a class, needs to have its zodiac symbols looked at. Anyways, that's enough of a side tangent. Let's go to Tabo, who's next. Tabo says, not sure if I should change the artifact to Shepherd or the Hollow, but it's only plus 15 compared to the one I'm currently using. Just want the most damage out of my BBK. Is 270 enough crit damage? Thanks for the help. Alright. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is, the ER is great on this. Oh, it's double torrent, too. I think you being on double torrent makes up for the slightly lower crit damage. The boots are rough. I'll be real with you. I think you have too much ER. I know that sounds like heresy, like never enough, right? But I think if you're like really stressing, you could just go for more a boot with more crit damage, right? Like losing 22 ER while still having Hostess, like you're at 231 right now. If you changed your boot and just went all crit damage, you could have like a base roll of crit hit not crit, ER on it, right? You could have a base roll of ER on this, so you get like 8 or 9 out of it. That would still put you at like, you know, 210, 215 ER. That's like where most Soul Weavers are, right? That's where like you see your Elenas and like your Moon Bunnies sometimes, right? Your Fridas. So like that's fine. If you're worried about crit damage, this thing is painfully low rolled. This boot, it's pretty bad how low roll it is. So I think that this is like an obvious upgrade point, and I don't think you're that far off in terms of crit damage. So like, just pick up a 20 crit damage boot, and you're pretty much just set, right? If you play this character with Christie, this character is never getting debuff. Taurus Warrior is pretty decent, yeah. Taurus Warrior is decent because it hits hard as hell. Because Taurus Warrior is like the only Zodiac sign in the game that gives like free crit damage. Right? So yeah, I don't think you're that far off the mark on this. Oh, also, you could swap this 6 attack here for 8 attack if you haven't done so already. But yeah, it's just your boots, man. You're good otherwise. Hey, the Muffin Man is back. The final Banshee. I do want to get her to about 260 seeds since she's not lapping in the current meta, but my speed rolls are just not cooperating, sadly. Ain't that the truth? Yo, what's going on, Sushi? How are you? Oh my god, dude. That defense is pretty good. Dude, your bulk is great for this speed point. I think these purples are killing you, though. Ugh. Okay. I think the necklace and the helmet are not great. Like, if you want more speed, the helmet is definitely gonna have to get replaced. The necklace is just 14 speed and not much else. And the fact that it's on defense percentage, I'm not like super big on here. I think because the necklace, ring, and helmet are not super highly rolled, I think I would switch to HP percentage neck, effectiveness ring, and then change out your helmet maybe as well. Because you could see like the ring and the helmet have no speed on them. And those are obvious upgrade points to pick up speed. But obviously you have a necklace with a ton of speed on it. But it has nothing else that's like really relevant. So I'd rather get the correct main stat with like 10 speed. And then bump up the ring and the helmet to have like 12 or 15 speed each. And that would just like kind of offset it, right? Maybe like 10, even 10 to 12. You'll still come out ahead speed-wise. But I think those three are the standouts as like just not good, right? Not very good. But overall, like, if you want her to be over 260, like, you're probably also going to have to replace maybe even the body. I don't know. It depends on how much you're willing to dedicate to her. Also, I think her on Abyssal Crown is, like, the way. That's just me. I think that character, like, that is just the way. Because she already naturally has the ability to reset her S2 off of her S3. So being able to go, like, S2 and put everybody to sleep and pick up stuns on anyone you don't is super nice. I don't know. Etika seems like it's not bad, though. I just think because the character naturally has, like, a pseudo-Etikas in the kit, if she does what she's supposed to do, it might not be. It's, like, overkill. It might not be worth it. Alright, we move on to Germer 1. Did I get that right? Germer? Germer 1? Wish I had more bulk. Need to change boots. What else should I change? Okay, let's take a look. Definitely need more bulk. I see where it is. Okay, so here's your issue. You're on a crit damage necklace. Right? You're on a crit damage necklace. That definitely works. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. But like when I did how to play Urban Shadow Shoe, I believe I stressed how important health necklace is. Right? That's how you get this nice, chunky, almost 25k HP rat with some good defense to boot. Like you see, I don't have like crazy crit damage like you do. You hit harder. But the thing is, this character wins the game through just chilling and maxing and getting as many procs of this as possible. Her damage multipliers, if you recall, are not very, very good. It's just the pop damage on cream pastry and the passive damage from this. That's where literally all the value comes from. So for me, I would almost always rather be chunkier than have, you know, a ton of crit damage. Now, that's not to say I still think you should have crit damage. Like, I know there are people who play her as ER on, like, Bastion, because as long as she can't get debuffed, you'll max out these procs. But if she has no damage, then you don't actually get injury from cream pastry. So your pop, when it comes time to go for the pop, because you didn't hit hard enough to pick up more injury, to pick up the maximum value of injury, sometimes it fails a kill. So that's my logic of, at least for me, why I play crit chance on the character. Yo. Alright. I just saw you were in the Twitch chat there. But yeah, does that make sense? Like, you have all these like, your left side pieces are just, like, cracked out. And even the necklace, cracked out piece. But we've focused too hard on damage, and that's why your rat feels like she's, like, really not that tanky, right? To illustrate the point another way, here's Abigail. Notice how my Abigail has similar bulk to your rat, but I also went in on damage stats, right? And because of it, my speed suffered. These have the same stat lines. What I'm trying to show you here is that this stat line, Warrior Ares, it's one of the better Warrior stat lines, but just like other Warrior stat lines, it's not enough. So you can't get truly broken stat lines on it. Like, Ares Warrior, they're like, what it's good at is being fast and having good damage while having respectable HP, but the characters that have it, like, for example, Edward here, they want a lot of HP. Like, Edward has absolutely busted multipliers, but his stat line does not allow you to hit big numbers unless you forego a critical hit damage necklace, in which case he doesn't do good damage. Like, if they just cranked up this Zodiac sign to have like another 200 to 300 HP, it would really be amazing for these characters. Also, thank you for the comment, ATK. I don't always have amazing necklaces, but sometimes I do. Damn, don't have a defense swap, so I would have went for it. The stream power, bro. You feel like pen neck isn't great because Ilinab exists? That's true. That is a very real observation here. Like, we're on pen set, right? Which takes a hit because of Imperial Lab. That said, I still think he stays on pen set because that sword is cracked as hell. You always ban Ilinab and Harsetti. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Alan's up next with a designer a little bit. Is this a cook? Damage is good, defense is good, speed is great. HP is not it. Yeah. No problem, man. Hopefully I was able to help you out there. Point you in the right direction. Yeah, homie, we're HP. Gear score kingdom, but we're HP. That's it. So this character really struggles right now by getting focus fired. because everybody's aware of how strong Dilibet is and how much advantage and tempo she generates for being on the board. So at least at the higher tiers, people are starting to focus fire this character a lot. This is what me and GH were talking about before I got on the stream today, is like, how good is like lifesteal designer a little bit? Because if you have some lifesteal with some good stats, you can offset that weakness because people just keep bum rushing her. Yeah, speed can definitely go lower. He could drop about 10 speed to pick up some HP, but like that's my only complaint with this. This is like crazy good. I just think your HP is just too damn low. Like 14, 9, 11 is like, it's fine, but like I have 17.6, right? I don't have immunity, sadly. I need to switch her over to immunity. Oh, is this it? This is the lifesteal one? Yeah, see, this is like the same as mine, but it's on lifesteal. And it's also slower, because obviously not on speed set, so you miss about 30-ish speed. Yeah. Kind of illustrates the point. But this might be something I try. My only complaint with Alan's build is like I said, gear score Kingdom. I mean, look, it's over 100 equipment score average. Obviously, incredible gear, but just not having the HP means I think you're just gonna lose some games that you shouldn't lose because you're hitting about the same damage as most Dilibets, right? But we're getting killed like basically a whole attack earlier than other Dilibets as well. Right after this is ATK. It says the second best Libra warrior. Okay, maybe the third best Libra warrior. Yeah. I'm assuming this is Flex It. This is definitely Flex It Friday. I don't have to look at the stats to know this is ATK we're talking about here. This is a flex. It has to be. I refuse to believe it's not. It is a flex. Yeah, 100, just a casual 103 average. No big deal. Is this Bet's Dilibet NA? Best Dilibet World? Please tell me. Is it? Okay, so this is Best Dilibet World. Okay. Dude, every time I look at this character now, because I just did the Abyss guides like a month ago. The through your soul line. It just like lives rent free in my head. 50-50 crit chance, don't say that.
Don't worry, I'll make a nice cut.
Dude.
Snip, snip.
Snip, snip. I think I've told this story on stream before, but when I got to meet Jeremy Lee to have her sign some Epic 7 prints for some of you guys, like that I did as a giveaway, I showed her Lionheart Sermia because that's what I wanted to have signed. And she was just like, oh, this is one of my characters from Epic 7. But I don't know which one. She was like, is this the one with the scissors? I know there was the one with the giant scissors that I saw from the concept art. Is this the scissors one? And I was like, no, this is Sermia. And she was like, oh, the gambling one. Yeah, so. Through your soul!
Through your soul!
Yeah, that line lives like rent-free in my head now. Because I was trying to do it with, I was trying to clear it with not Terranor Guard, and I hadn't arrived at the Brieg solution. And so Raz kept, like, eating, like biting the dust. And every time he died, it was just, through your soul, pop. That's actually, yeah, I can tell you from the ones that I have met, like, so, like, Christina V, who does Requiem, Rowana, and Empyrean Illinev, right? She doesn't know what her characters look like at all, so I don't think she keeps track. Right? I know that Griffin Burns, who's Roz, he knew immediately who the character was. He was just like, oh, this is Roz, and this is Pavel. So, it depends. That's why, That's why this character getting the voice change really hurts, because usually when you go to these conventions and VAs are there, they usually put out like a giant like billboard or some kind of banner to promote their booth that they're there signing for, and it usually has like pictures of all their famous characters. And Kelly Ohanian had Flan front and center for her banner, and she's the only person I've ever seen that has actively promoted E7 on a banner. And then they were like, nah, we're gonna change it. So that's why I said that shit sucks. And like, I will basically crusade every monthly meeting with Smilegate. I will crusade to be like, so when do we get Kelly back? Yeah. They changed it because of SAG-AFTRA having a strike right now. With they're striking against certain video game companies. I have a whole video on it on YouTube. The TLDR is basically, she is part of an actors union that is currently on strike. They are asking for protections from using their likeness with artificial intelligence. And until a deal is brokered between them and the companies that hire the voiceover artists, they are not taking on any more work. Afternoon Soap Flan was planned to come out. They were like, hey, you know, Kelly, come back and voice Flan. She basically said, hey, you need to sign an agreement saying you won't use my voice for AI. She didn't hear back from them. And then it was like, okay, new Flan cast. And obviously the person that is now Flan is not a union actress. She's not in the union. So... yeah, I mean, why would she? So for that question, because Jambu22 says, pretty sure Harsetti's VA didn't even tweet about her role, right? And I said, why would you? Because the day Harsetti dropped, Dawn Bennett was announcing that episode Aegis for Persona 3 Reload was out. So, like, if you're in two games and one of them is like a niche gacha game and the other is like legitimately a Game of the Year contender for your brand, I think you know which horse you're trying to promote. Not to say she probably doesn't, you know, maybe she doesn't, you know, I couldn't speak to how she feels about Epic 7, right? So she could be, she could very much like the game, like working with Smilegate, like her character. But for them, it's a business. You have to promote yourself to get more work in that industry. So you obviously want to promote the hell out of the fact that you're on this quote-unquote Game of the Year contender in Persona. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Yeah, at this point, you got it. You nailed it, Shio. The reason why Christina probably doesn't remember that she's Ilinab is because Christina V probably has like 600 voice credits to her name at this point. She's probably the most in demand in the anime / game space for like any kind of like anime or like anime-esque video game. She's probably the most in demand female VA. Like pretty much everybody wants to have Christina V on their project. If you guys don't believe me that like she's super popular, where do you see how much money Hoyoverse makes at the end of this month for Miyabi for Zenless Zone Zero? Yeah. Anyways, we could move on now. Okay, Bread is up next. Oh, well, Bread says skip this one and choose by Ayufine later instead. Okay. So we move on to Jiraiya then. Jiraiya has Ayufine here. It says got from Headhunt. Yeah. Ilinab's VA for E7 is Miyabi from Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, Christina V is in like everything, man. Yeah, she's also Ribbon, yeah. Dude, Christina V is like when Ribbon came out. I don't know how many of you guys were playing League long enough. When Ribbon came out, they hired Christina V to be the MC to host a League of Legends tournament, like a pro league tournament. She was like the announcer, right? She was Shocks before we had Shocks, right? That we're just like, we have Ribbon being our MC for events. Yeah, Ribbon's my main character as well in League of Legends. And if she doesn't make it into 2x KO, I will literally break a table. Anyway, so moving on to Jiraiya's Abyssal. Insane defense. Insane health. Good speed. Wow. Holy hell. Dude, these stats seem great. Yo, I'm not, like, tripping, right? Body's a little suspect. Yeah, this looks incredible. Yeah, the body's the only thing that looks, like, even remotely suspect. The rest of this looks nuts. Yeah, like I would say if you could get a slightly better body, go for it. But this looks crazy good. Yeah, I have no changes here. No other changes. Next up is Whipstar. For the upcoming Green Senya, of course, or I should say Tenya. Still not completely sure if I want to stay this path or go another. Like Alensinox, Genesis EE for more cycling. Alright, so defense feels a little bit low. HP feels okay. I don't know. Why does this feel like not super tanky? Am I like wrong? What do I have on Alencia right now? Well, nothing apparently. So can't rely on that. Let me go check. Let me consult ye old ancient text, because like it's been a while since I played Alencia, and I'm just like, how did we used to do this? Yeah. Okay, I see why. I played less speed to get more HP. That's how. Okay. Because I'm used to playing like 25k HP on Alencia. But to do that, you'd have to tank your speed to down to like the 180-ish range. Me personally, I think if I were you, I would drop my speed to pick up some more, like some other stats, right? Defense and health. This is a rough one. I don't know. I don't know if Alencia is still... is Alencia even good with Tenya? Yo, what's going on, Atsuma? I don't know. I just feel like this character feels like such a scam outside of playing like Harsetti matchups. I know it gives like 2k HP, but like I still play 25k HP plus prayer. Mort is Tenya's best friend? Yeah. Put this gear on Mort. No, don't be like that. Yeah, that's how I was going as well. I was leaning towards Destra. Like, as you can see, if I come over here, like I started working on a Destra Alencia, and you can see how much HP and speed I have. Right? I wasn't trying to go super heavy on critical hit damage. I was trying to go super tanky on health and play prayer, and then try to juice her up to like 30 or 31k HP to play with Tenya. Yeah, her injury is already very good, so maybe you don't need it. So maybe, yeah, I think that's probably the best way, because like I started doing this myself, and I started thinking like maybe it is just better to go destruction, because I explained this to somebody the other week because they're asking me about the math, or like how math checks on stuff, right? Like to give you a quick, try to make this as concise as possible. Why destruction is a very good set, and why I'm always going to recommend destruction set unless top speed is a priority. All right, so if you come here, right, and you look at attack set gives for a 4-set bonus 45% attack, right? Now, if you compare speed set, right? Speed set gives 25% of a character's base speed. So a 100 speed character you get 25 speed from the 4-piece speed set. And if you look at the pieces of gear, right? See if I find one with like actual speed as a sub. You'll notice that like speed is essentially like 4 speed is worth 8% attack or 8% health, right? Speed essentially like is worth double in terms of starting roll values for this stuff. Because ER can be between 4 and 8%, health is 4 to 8%, attack is 4 to 8%, but speed is only 2 to 4, so it's effectively half, right? So when you think about it that way, in this hypothetical, 25 speed for 100 speed character, you get 50% attack percentage worth of stats for having speed set. So choosing speed set on a 100 speed character is just essentially 10% better than playing the attack set. If all you care about is just having the most amount of stats, right? And obviously it gets better if the character's faster. Now, if you look at critical hit damage, you get 60% from destruction. Critical hit damage is worth 1.1 times an attack. So this is actually worth 66% attack. So if I asked you, would you rather have 45% attack or 66% attack? It should be pretty obvious which one you want more. Like, it is night and day how much stronger destruction is than attack percentage. Same thing with like speed. Again, in our hypothetical, if I asked you, do you want 50% attack percentage worth of stats or 66% attack percentage worth of stats, you should come to the conclusion that destruction's better. Now, to go back to this Alencia with injury, right? Injury gives 0 stats. So you have to ask yourself, is giving up 66% health worth it to have the injury set? Would you guys give up 66% health to pick up injury? Right, and in the case of Alencia, right, if I go over here to Alencia, right, Alencia, we could do some quick maths here, right? So Alencia has 7,054 HP, right? So if you do 7,054 times, right, 66% health, right? You give up to pick up the injury set. Alencia gives up effectively 4,655 HP. So now ask yourself, with this Alencia, would you rather have this Alencia on injury, or would you rather have this Alencia with 27.5k HP, but it doesn't have injury set? I think I would rather have the 27.5k HP Alencia. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on why Destruction Set's broken. Hopefully that makes it apparent, right? I'm going to move on to Aligar now. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask me. Oh, I saw something real fast. Let's see. Spleen said, I'm having success with this Alencia. Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like, this is what I was talking about. The HP is just, like, very, very low compared to what you could have if you just played Destra. Alright, so Aligar is up next with the Designer Lilibet. How many Designer Lilibets are we up to right now? Because we had, like, 6 last week. I want to see how many we can cram into this one. I think this is our third Lilibet overall, but only our second Designer. Alright. Defense is a little low. HP is good. Speed is good. Crit chance actually is also good because we're Azure Comet. Critical hit damage is a little low. Overall, I think we're just like a piece or two short. Oh, we're missing a Reforge. We're missing a Reforge. Okay. Yeah, on a Reforge, I think we're big chillin'. This flat health on the boot could get changed to 8% or 9% flat or HP percentage. This is an easy change. Your helmet's not great. The 18 ER is kind of it's too high to swap off without ruining the piece, and it does nothing here. This is a good, great tank piece. I would just move this to a tank, get a different helmet. Yeah, I think if we just go, helmet with some crit damage here in this slot, like some health, defense, speed, crit damage helmet. If we get that, those 4 subs, and we make that swap on the boot, I think we're just good. You posted the second one? Where did the second one go? Let me go scroll, find it. There it is. Is this like, let me see what's different between this one and the last one. Okay. So there it is. There is the reforged necklace like we thought. And then this is a temporary helmet. So yeah, you just need a helmet. You're just good. Yeah, you just need a helmet. Get a helmet with HP percentage, and then crit damage, and you're just good to go. Ah, we're missing a second set. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he's got a defense. This is it. Like, this is an updated one with the actual set bonus on GH. Yeah, we just need a helmet. Just get a helmet, you're good to go. Alright. Third design a little bit. Why everyone has such low HP, guys? Is this good damage, or do I need more crit damage? Thanks for the help. You do need more crit damage, right? And you need more health. Your defense is actually too high, right? Like, the blueprint for the character right now is about 2,000 defense, 270 to 280 crit damage, 210 speeds, like 16 to 17k HP, somewhere around there. Yeah. So, yeah. The helmet has 19 ER, so we definitely need a different helmet. Sword is fine. Body is fine. Necklace is actually not super great because we're way over on defense. We would rather just have something that's like crit damage here. Like crit damage necklace. Go a long way. I mean, I think our boots are actually fine too. I think it's just different helmet, different necklace. Like, if you go crit damage, like, right? If you go crit damage neck here. Yeah, if you go crit damage neck here, you don't even have to have crit damage on the helmet. You could just focus on getting more HP and more speed. Yeah, I think I just go for a helmet with a bunch of HP and speed. And then I get a crit damage necklace with, you know, whatever you want. HP, defense, crit chance, speed. Something like that. I think that's what you're trying to do. I think you're pretty close. I just think we need a different necklace. All right, just try to get over 2,000 defense with that different necklace, and I think you'll be good. Hey, let's go. Oh, you DM me also. Okay, that was for the Cowear from earlier. Yeah, but this is Dragon Slayer here. We're posted the Elegoat. Elegod. Right. Let me see, where is it? Need more imprints, but I'm ready for his buff. Let's go. Dude, I think this character is, like, so good. 3 out of 10, 50-50 crit. He needs more imprints. He specifically said, Spleen, that he's trying to get more imprints for him before his buff. So once he gets the imprints, right, he'll get 8% more crit chance. That ring is kind of ugly, but it's 17 speed, so can't knock it too much. Yeah, that ring is super, super fugly. I think everything else is pretty good, though. He looks really good, Dragon Slayer. Let me know if you decide, if you actually do play him, let me know how an offer you can't refuse is after the buff, because like, I actually think it looks like it could be very good. What's my ML Senya build look like? About that. Is this where I insert my Fairly Odd Parents meme? Right? Is that what we're doing here? Right? This is where I would post my Dragon Bride Senya build if I had one. Hopefully that answers your question, Void. Yeah, Dragon looks really good. Chaos Persona is up next with an Amiki. Says, I think this is more of a flex, but I think I did a really good job here. I think your ER could be a little higher, but yeah, this looks really strong. Yeah, that helmet is both amazing and terrible at the same time. Yo, change that 5% crit chance to something. Like it doesn't do anything for the character. Yeah, I would say this looks pretty good though. Boots having 16 speed is kind of rough. Like you don't want any speed on this character. You could actually do a different boot if you wanted to. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, this character's gear is like mad weird. I need to actually like stop procrastinating, man. Like my Amiki, I need to reforge my gear, man. Like I just don't have materials, man. Like I really need to like reforge this. I have enough to actually do this one, but yeah. Like this one or whatever. Like F just for the provoke chance, because like what else am I putting here? But yeah, no, I think you did a pretty good job as well. You think some speed on her helps? Each their own. Alright. Got Harles too. I finally got her from the headhunt. Long after she's relevant. Isn't that the truth though? Like, isn't that how it normally is? Like, you're so excited. Like, at this point, as much as I complain about Dragon Bride Senya, at the rate we're going, by the time I get her, she won't even be playable. Yo, injury though. Yo, stat line's great for injury. What the hell? Those boots kind of suck, but... Yo, for the necklace here, we could change out the 483 flat health with HP percentage. I think that this is 14. I think this is more. Yeah, I know 14 is more than 483. She has about 6,000 and change health. So yeah, you want to make that swap for sure. Yeah, I think you get a different boot and you make a swap on the necklace and you call it a day. Dude, what's everybody posted these cracked abyssals today? You got Candy from Headhunt, never look back? I mean, if she's your girl, you do it, man. Chase your dreams. Chase your bliss. Yeah, boots are definitely Omega Coat, but like you can turn it around, right? Yeah, for first draft, this looks great though. Dude, this is super good though. Like, you took no man, it just looks really good for injury. All right, next up we have Daito. Daito says, "Do you think it would be better to have an HP percentage deck like a Perfect Piece Craft event? Would you still run 2-piece pen set or rather 2-piece HP set?" I think it is depending on. I think it depends on what you're trying to do with the character. I think pen is probably better, unless you need her to survive. I think if you're finding that she's dying too much, then HP percentage is the way. And as we already kind of discussed here, mathematically, you get more value out of the necklace, right? The critical hit damage necklace. Like, math-wise, right? Math-wise, critical hit damage necklace gives the second most amount of stats. Crit chance gives the most amount overall. Crit chance gives about 90%. Or, like, I should say, like, 90-ish equipment score. The crit damage necklace gives, like, 77-ish. And then the rest of the necklaces give 65-ish. So, yeah, math-wise, this is the necklace that gives you the most. I think you just need to focus, I guess, getting on even more HP otherwise. Again, it's just going to depend. You either keep the crit damage deck in the pen set if you are doing well with Alencia, but if you find that she's dying and not lasting a long time, then make the switch to either HP set or make the switch to the necklace. Honestly, if you want to be the most efficient you can be on Alencia because you're already on Destro, I would go crit chance necklace and then rebuild the character that way. I know that's asking a lot, like rebuild the character from scratch, but if you can go crit chance necklace, it's mathematically the strongest way to play a character. Because then you don't need crit chance like basically on any of your other pieces, and they can just go like full send on HP and damage. Right? Like we have a bunch of HP here on these like other pieces. You just basically get to clear all that up for free. Like she has what, 15 base? And then you would pick up 60? You would have 87 with just the EE alone, with no crit chance on any of your pieces. So if you did that, then you would only need like your boots, and then you could completely change your ring and your body maybe to have like other stats or to go higher into other stats, right? Same thing, sword could just, you don't even need crit chance anymore. So like if you just want to have the most efficient way to play the character is crit chance necklace. Only on Destro set. Like, that's the one set where you can actually make it work. So yeah, it's like one of those things where you just have to kind of wait and see. Like, kind of test it out. Like, if this works fine for you, you play it. If it doesn't do enough, if you find it dies too often, you make that switch like we said. Either HP percentage ring, or I'm sorry, necklace, or the set. And if, like I said, if you're looking for, like, perfect piece for the crafting event, I think it's Destro set, crit chance necklace, like full send HP. Right, like that's probably the most efficient way that you could play Alencia, is if you made that piece. Honestly, that doesn't even sound like a bad idea if they make a crafting event. I might make that piece. Alright. Next up we have Sir Red. Playing mostly with 295 speed Hellion Lua. So I don't know if he needs to be faster or more bulky or what. Let me zoom out a bit so it's easier for people to see the whole picture. I mean, at 50 ER and this low health, I don't think you really need the ER. Not having the imprints on Last Rider really does hurt you though, long term. I think this is a matter of what do you value more? Do you value Krau's cycling more, or do you value Krau's ability to survive more? Because if you, for me, I would rather he lives longer than get like an extra like 20 speed or something. That's just my opinion. That's something that I can't answer for you. If you play very fast, certain speed breakpoints might matter to you, whereas they don't really matter to me. For me, 26.7k health is like not it. Like I just wouldn't even play that. Like that's just for me. Like if you look at how like I have Krau built here, like I play like stupid tanky. Even though it comes at the cost of speed. Right? Like I'm about like 20 speed less than you. And obviously having the imprints massively helps, and also having the Bastion level massively helps because it gives the most amount of HP. So, and I'm also on HP set. Let me double check. Were you on HP set? Yeah, you were. Okay. So yeah, that's one of those things where I think you have to ask yourself, what do you value more? And in my case, like I said, it's definitely the HP. So I think we need to just go for like crazy HP pieces. Right? Try to see if I could like show you some examples. Like I have like pretty high HP pieces on my crowd just in general. So if you want like HP, you really have to work at it. This character is not easy to build. I know he seems easy to build because he only uses 4 stats. HP, defense, speed, and ER. But his base HP is not really good. For a knight, it's like 6,500 or 6,400. Whereas most other tanks are like 6,800 or like 7k. So it's very hard to get this character to have really high HP. Like, I think my left side has like 35% HP per piece average. Yeah. Does Krau have a story summon? I actually have to change to a different side story anyway. Yeah, he does, yeah. My knight would never? Yeah, just unlock my knight would never, and then just roll his story summon. Pick up Krauls that way. I would never waste slates on an LRK. Especially because you could unlock this at any time and just use it. I probably would make sure you have enough to get young Senya first before you do that. But if you're so inclined, get your Senya, get your artifact next week, and then if you still have a ton of resources, then open up Krau's story summon, and then just get a bunch of imprints that way. I think the only way I would slate this character is if I really, really wanted a specific World Arena rank and I was just desperate, you know, to try to get that, whatever it is, like that champion or that emperor or that legend. Hopefully that helps there. We go now to Kepo Dragon. Second Amiki here. No comments on it, just in general, just posting an Amiki. Alright, ER is good. HP or attack is a little low. Like, not a lot, like a little low. I think like 47 or 4800 is like fine on the character. Everybody seems to be so obsessed with 5k. 46 just feels like it's a little tiny bit low. Try to see if there's anywhere we could pick it up. Ring is not reforged. If you don't care at all about ruining your ring, like if you don't care about ruining your ring at all, right? You don't want to ever use this on a different character, you could take the crit chance and turn it into a bunch of flat attack. But that would completely destroy the ring. Like it would just make it not usable for like BBK or a different character later on, if you wanted to do that. Yeah. Yeah, or you could also mod the speed or HP off of it, but that gives less than if you mod the 7% crit chance out. The ring is like the one thing I'm hung up on, because like the 24% attack is very, very good, but not having the flat attack really does hurt it. I am a believer in having like really, like, for example, Last Rider Crow, right? We just talked about him. I think the most important piece on this character to get correct is the sword. The sword is so damn difficult to get good on this character. So it is like imperative that you get a good sword. Yo, what's going on, Divine? I'm doing fine. So like I said, this is the most important piece. Like this is the linchpin piece of the whole character. Now, for BBK and Amiki, the ring, in my opinion, is the linchpin piece. Like, the piece that must be good. I think Lifesteal ML Crow is a luxury that you only play if you have very good gear. If you cannot get good enough stats to justify Lifesteal, don't play it. If you can build like a 30k HP, 1500 defense, 200 speed, Last Rider Crow, even if it has 0 ER, and you can only get like a 25 or like low 26k HP lifesteal Last Rider Crow at like 190, just take the speed one. It's going to outperform every time. But yeah, so like I said, this is the linchpin piece of BBK, right? And I feel exactly the same about Amiki, right? The linchpin piece is the ring. Like, it has to be good. So that's why I say I'm very conflicted, because it's like, we can basically get, we're almost there. Like, we have great attack, right? This is like probably 27, 28% attack on Reforge, but we don't have the flat attack, right? You just saw, I just showed you how insane the rings were on my characters. Okay, so Spleen, you have 118 ER. Is there any way you can convert that ER into HP? Right? Is there any way we can convert some of that? Like, I just showed you my Crow, right? The Crow here, like I'm just going as hard as I can on HP, right? Actually, I'm missing something here. But yeah, you're just like trying to convert whatever you can. This is what I was saying. Lifesteal's a luxury, right? ER is a luxury also on this character. It's not, you don't need ER on this character. It's nice to have, but you don't need ER. The most important thing in my opinion is having good defense and really high HP on Crow. Yeah, if you could find a way to get your HP to like 28k, right? If you were 28k on lifesteal, I think I'd be okay with that. Anyways, so back to what we were saying here with Amiki. Just in general, this ring could be good if we put flat attack on it. And the question is like, should we? The fact that this isn't reforged yet leads me to believe like maybe we could find something better, but it's going to be really dicey, really hard, I feel like, to get something that's got more than like 27 or 28% attack natively and still also has flat attack. Like, you're going to be rolling for a long time to find that piece. Yeah, then do that. That's way better, Spleen. Steven, did you already post it in the chat? Because I'm still going through. I'm going in order. Let me see if there was an LOK here. Were you Providence, out of curiosity? If you're Providence, you're like 6 or 7 away. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Kepo. Like, you just... I think the ring... I would make either the swap or consider getting something slightly different. Like, this is still certainly usable, but that's like if we want to go next level, right? Alright, next up we have Joe. She dies to 1 or 2 hits, so I know I need more HP, and her damage is not the greatest, so this is mostly just wondering if I should stay on speed gear path and get a better secondary set like HP or defense, or cut my losses and get her to Destro set. Also wondering if it's still Rose for artifact, or give her a Draco plate again. I think it was it Sputnik or GH that said the other night that Desire Lilibet is like the red mage of artifacts. She's a jack of all trades, master of none. There is no correct artifact on this character. Rose is nice, but even I'm starting to second guess Rose. I've considered Wukong's artifact. I've considered Snow Crystal. I've considered Durandal. I've considered Warhorn. I've actually considered Tachi, believe it or not. Tachi was one of those ones where I was like, oh, I don't think that's good. But then I remember it gives immunity. It basically gives the immunity set for free. So I was like, oh, I get some bonus damage and I could just max more stats. Draco plate also works. Like, there is no best in slot option for her artifact. She's just got insane synergy with all of them, but none of them feel good. Like, okay, I shouldn't say they don't even feel good. Some feel good, but nothing feels ridiculous, right? Like, you're never going to find that Elber's Ritual Sword plus Navy Captain Landy synergy. You're never going to find that Sigurds plus Lone Crescent Bologna vibe. Like, you're never going to hit that thing where it's like, yeah, this hits. Like, this is the best one. Yeah, I in the past, I played Champions Trophy on her in the past. I've played Music Box on her in the past. She is the Swiss Army knife warrior. You can play literally almost anything and it will feel good on her, but nothing will ever feel great. Yep. Draco plate, I think, is good if you're just trying to survive. Yeah, your HP is just low. You have too much speed. And yeah, not enough HP. Destro might be the way. I'm starting to think that maybe Destro or like Lifesteal is really good if you don't care that badly about the cut. Right? If you don't care about the speed cut versus like openers, Destro feels really good. Looking at your actual pieces though, if you want to keep them around, I think we can do better than that necklace. We could do slightly better than the helmet. You have a swap on your... you have a crit damage swap, actually, I would say, on your ring if you want it. Boots are fine. So overall, I think like body and boots are fine. You know, sword, ring are mostly fine. It's just like helmet and necklace are not super great. if you want and you just care about stats, right? If that's all you want is just stats, like you just want to have one that hits hard, does good damage, I don't see a problem with going destruction set. Like speed set is largely for cutting in front of openers, and I'm finding that I don't need Designer Lilibet to cut the way that, you know, like speed set, right? I don't need to cut in front of like a bunch of fast characters. Like maybe if you're too slow on Destro, she's not very good into Hellion Lua. Right? It depends on how frequently do you come across that character. Like if you come across it a lot, then maybe you do want to be on speed set. But even then, like I'm starting to think like an artifact that gives CR pushing, like a Snow Crystal, like a Durandal, like a Warhorn, is a pretty good proposition. Like I am very, very strongly considering moving Designer Lilibet to Warhorn. Yeah, like this is one of those ones where like there isn't like a clear-cut answer. This is like you have to figure it out for yourself because the character is so broadly applicable with so many different ways to take it that there's not like one catch-all solution that works for you know you. What works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for you, right? It depends on how much RT I play that day. Yeah. I hopefully that's not like a terrible answer for you, Joe, but that's just the truth. The character is the only how to play character I've ever done a guide for where they've had an entire section explaining that there's like 12 different artifacts and the character goes in every different direction. She could just do, she does it all. She's like the Wonder Girl. She does everything, but she's not the best at anything. She is literally an actual honest to goodness red mage. She could be the support, she could be the DPS, she could be like, you know, she just does everything, but she's not amazing at anything. Alright, next up we have Bread, who submitted the world's smallest screenshot. Bread, what is this? What is this, bro? What is this? Like, how am I supposed to read? Like, what is this? Dude, I can barely even read it. Holy hell, dude. Yo, where's set bonus? It's from that E7 Fire Emblem collab, damn. Yo, where's set bonus though? Come on, man. You can't sit here and ask me to review a unit and then be like, can you review it in 480p so that you can't tell that I'm missing a set bonus? It is 194 speed. You're too fast. It's 194. It's 1514 attack, 2149 defense, 16,841 health, 194 speed, 91 crit chance, 283 crit damage. Like the stats are mostly there, but like HP is a little low. Speed is honestly a little bit too high. You could go a bit slower to pick up more stuff. Crit damage is good, but we don't have crit chance maxed out. Like I can't help but think like, hey, just play like. We're just playing Gear Score Kingdom. Like, if this is a 98 sword, and this is a 100 necklace, like, I understand why you did it. I don't necessarily think it's right. What is this post? Yeah, that's what I thought. It was 98. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, the internet connection got better. It was like, you know how when you first start streaming, this is like when you first turn on Netflix, and the episode starts loading, and then this is what it looks like after it loads the whole episode. I feel like this is like cheating, man. Like, come on, like, Bread, the lifesteal pieces are so good. Just farm a defense set. That's it, just farm a defense set. Like, all the pieces are great. We need a defense set. That's it. Actually, the sword there is too fast. That could probably be something with a bit more HP or a bit more crit damage. Yeah, change the sword. I think you change sword, necklace, ring. Get a 2-piece defense set, and then get another piece on lifesteal, and you're good to go. I think that the helmet, the body, and the boots are all spectacular. It's also 17 speed, but why though? You don't need it. Yeah, put like your 17 speed sword on. Like this sword, he actually, Lope is correct. This sword should be on the top left one. That should be on Spirit Isolene. Bruh. Yo, pixelated internet. Yeah. Anyways, I think it's those three you change. And no, like I said, you're good at like 170 speed. You don't need to be almost 200 speed. That sword has too much HP? I mean, cool. It's a Rylet sword too, homie. You can put that on Rylet. That's a Spirit Eye Celine. Or not Spirit Eye. That's a Saber Odin sword. Take your pick, man. It is Twilight. Yeah, 180 is like that max end, because then you're just giving up stats to pick up speed, which you don't need. That's what I'm saying. I think we have to change necklace, ring, sword, and complete a defense set. Or at least a crit set. Alright? Complete at least a set. Alright. Alright, let's go to Rem Kali. After I do Rem Kali's, it'll be Harl. I think, hold on. Harls, did you already submit one? Because I usually only do one per. You did. Alright. So, let me do Rem Kali's BBK. And then I'm going to go use the restroom, and then we'll resume a hot shot after. Could I replace the boots? Why? The boots are perfect. The boots on this were the boots were good on this. Why do you want to replace them? You have to have something better than this. Like Brett, I feel like you always try to shortcut your builds. Like start finishing some sets. Like 2-piece set bonuses give a lot of extra subs. Like you always end up leaving stats on the table because we just don't complete sets. All right, HP. So attack is really low on this. Yeah, attack is really, really low on this. Yeah, we need more attack for this, Rem. You need at least like another 300 something attack. I feel like some of these pieces just are not high enough attack. And I think it's gonna have to be like a left side piece. Alternatively, you could... See, this is the phenomenon I'm talking about here with the ring, right? The ring has a bunch of crit damage on it, and like we're over where we need to be on crit damage a little bit. But we want the higher base attack, because then the attack buff generates like more stuff, right? Like if you give her attack buff somehow, you'll get more out of it having the higher base attack with lower crit damage than the other way around. Attack ring with ER? Nah, that's not correct. Nah, I think max limit breaking the artifact and then modding out the HP with flat attack is not enough. This is what I was saying to you before. Like, see, the weakest piece here is the ring. Or maybe the boots, right? Like, you can mod this flat attack here, or flat health here on the boot. Like, you know, here, let me zoom it out so you can see it past my dumb fat head. But, like, the HP on the boots here, right? Flat HP, that can become flat attack. Very easy, no questions asked. But at the end of the day, that only picks up like 50 attack. So you're still 300 shy. So I think that the ring, we need an ER ring with more attack than this. Or you go for a different sword with a bit more of a balance between attack and crit damage, or just like crazy high attack. We just don't have it. It's just not enough attack. Like you really need like 3,700 attack. I like the really, really, really good ones have more than that. Like I know we're on counter set. This is like really, really rough. GH, if you're in the chat, could you post your counter blood? Was it Blood Burger King as you call her? So I can give you like an example of a stat line to show. Did GH tip out? I don't know if they did or not. If not, I'll go find it myself. Yeah, it calls it Blood Burger King. I have to find this, dude. Have to find. Yeah, I want to see if I can find it. I don't want to spend a crazy amount of time looking for this, but I do want to try to find it. Because I know he's got one that's like really, really good. Look up yours from last week? Okay. Yeah, I want to give like an idea, show an idea. Because I'm on Destro, so me showing my stat line does not help illustrate the point. Thank you, Lo. Yeah. So something like this works. Right? See, our attack is higher than our crit damage, which is fine. Like, you're still getting roughly the same amount of damage as like 3,700 attack, 300 crit damage. And we even have a little bit of HP to really take advantage of the crit set. And then obviously the torrent picks us up some damage. You want it to look like this one. Right? And again, look at the ring. Look at the ring. The ring has so much ER. The ring has so much ER on it. And like, I know you're on attack percentage or ER here, but like, look at the attack comparatively, right? Like, if you look at, you know, going back to mine here, right? Like, I have 30% attack. Right? And then the Amiki I showed earlier, right? We got 40% attack. Like, you need these really high attack numbers to make it worth playing the ER ring. Yeah. Which one is this one? See, this one also doesn't have a ton of... Okay, this is a meme build. This is actually hilarious. This is actually a meme build. This is not the ER counter BBK, but this is actually a really funny build because it's counter Unity with Shepherds of Chaos. This is actually hilarious. This is just here to be an annoying RNG gremlin. Like, this is not to kill anything with S3. This is just like, oh, you hit the BBK, bro? Well, get countered. Oh, I S1'd? Well, get hit. Oh, it's got dodge just because? Like, F you. That's actually a really funny build, Spleen. But yeah, going back to this, like I said, Ram, like, it's just a matter of we need that linchpin, right? That linchpin piece. And I just don't think we have it for that ring. And I think we need to fix that. Alright. I'm going to let you guys here view Hotshot's plan. I'm going to go quickly use the restroom. Hotshot says, let me switch over. Here's the plan in question. Hotshot says, here's my plan. Really like using her with Harsetti, but also have a lifesteal version which I can put on my extra flan. So I guess we're just trying to review this rage flan. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'll be right back and then I'll do my review on it. All right. Where are we at? You're newish to the game. Okay, hotshot. All right, so let's see. Looking at it, I think you're playing with Harsetti. How fast is your Harsetti, hotshot? Because I feel like speed boots are not it. Also, the boots are not very particularly good with Flan. So, in case you're unaware, because you're newer, right? So, if you read the in-game description for penetration set, right? So, for example, if we look at our lovely model over here, she's wearing penetration set, and it says, when attacking with a single target attack, penetrates the target's defense by 15%, does not stack with other sets of the same name. All right? And if you read Afternoon Soak Flan, Do Not Disturb says that when used on the caster's turn, uses It's a Whopper instead of Do Not Disturb. It's a Whopper attacks all enemies, so this is not a single target attack. So the vast majority of the time, when you are using this character, like, you'll get that. So it's one of those things where it's like, you could go Torrent, right? I get it. If you have the dual attack, it still works. I kind of realized I forgot about the dual attack as I was going through this explanation. I'm like, you know what? No, Pen's still good. That's me being a dum-dum, as I have Pen set myself. Disregard everything I just said. That's how you know I've had Flan banned for a month, and I've totally, like, forgot what you did. Harsetti's 157. Alright. Disregard everything I said about that. Pen set is fine. That said, the character always crits, so both of these pen set pieces have crit chance on them, so there's no reason to play them, right? Am I wrong, or am I, like, tripping again? Let's double check. I'm second guessing everything on this character because I've had her banned so long. No, she does always crit, so she does not need crit. Cool. Cool, okay. We got one. I did it. I made one massive blunder and then I recovered. Nailed it. Hashtag content creator. But yeah, looking at the Flan, so you're on raid set, right? And you're playing with Harsetti. So if your Harsetti's 157, then that means when you play these two together, the Flan is capped at roughly about 130-ish speed, which means that you have about 60-ish speed that is just going to waste, and you're on speed boots, which are 45 of that speed. So these boots essentially, like, super don't do anything for you, right? Because the character always crits, so there's no reason to play crit chance on your boots. And then if you're playing her with Harsetti, like, it would be fine to be, like, the same speed as Harsetti or slightly faster, but not, like, way faster, right? You're way faster than you're on Harsetti, so you're just, like, wasting a bunch of stats for no reason. So having, like, 160 or 170 speed is probably where you'd want to be on Rage. Maybe, like, a little bit less. Like, even, like, 150 is probably fine. Just in case, like, Harsetti dies. So that's where I'm at. And I think the rest of this Rage gear looking at, this is the new player Rage set gear that they give you to try to farm hunts. I think this is a really cool idea to play Rage set on here, but I don't think it's what you want to be doing long term. I think for you as a newer player, I would farm Banshee, right? And I would try to decide if I want to go lifesteal or destruction based on what I get as drops, right? You want to farm one of those up and try to get your Flan looking something like closer to like here how I have it, where I have about almost 4,000 attack and almost 300 crit damage. And then I have some defense and HP because I'm on lifesteal. If you're on Destro, you could go even higher on attack and crit damage. You don't need as much HP, but like you could have like the speed at like 150, and I think that's fine. You have a lifesteal set? Okay. Out of curiosity, feel free to say like yes or no to this, but I'm going to assume because you're a newer player, it's this set. Is it Bloodthirsty Heroes Greatsword? Or like this Bloodthirsty Hero set? Because I said this is like the lifesteal set I feel like a lot of newer players have. Are you actually playing it? I hate you so much right now, Red. Man comes into my chat and is like, yo, bro, I'm super good at Marvel Rivals right now. After I literally asked him like a month and change ago, yo, bro, you want to play? Dude! Red, let's play some games at some point. Carry me. I'm trash. We had a couple of people earlier we were playing it. We had like 6 people. Like 5, 6 people. I don't know all the characters yet. Like I actually have to experiment around. The only character that I played that I think is really fun, and I actually feel like I'm at least decent at, is Scarlet Witch. I want to learn Venom. I got to get the hang of his swing physics, but once you could teach me because you're obviously playing Spider-Man, but like if you could teach me the swing physics, like how to break line, because like the thing is I always end up overswinging because I don't know how to cancel the swing. But once I know that, I'm being there, bro. I think that character is overpowered, bro. We could Venom Spider-Man every game. It's gonna be great. All right. You've been farming Banshee. All right, awesome, man. So yeah, that's what I said. That's pretty much the overview on Flan. Like similar to this, you can go more damage, less defense and HP if you decide to go Destro. Otherwise, keep this level of bulk and try to get this level of damage for lifesteal. And because you're playing her with Harsetti, you don't have to worry as much about speed. You could even cheat and play non-speed boots. You could just play like attack or health here if you want. All right, I'm gonna move on now to Providence. I think this was Providence was asking earlier. They were asking me to comment on this Last Rider crowd. Oh, that is right here. I think you get like, again, this is just my opinion, but I feel like ER is a luxury stat on this character. I think you need that HP to be a bit higher than this. Like, we went like giga hard on ER, and it's like, HP, where are you? And if you look here, like, the sword is like, alright. Why does it feel like our HP is so low? Yo. He's no pencil roll, yeah. Yeah, HP is everything, I know. Like, not having, like, flat HP, for example, on the ring, like, hurts. Yeah, it's just there's no flat HP. Like, these boots have a bunch of effectiveness on it that we don't need. We need, like, flat HP, man. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, we do. Right? Like, if you look at mine, like, this is, like, 33 HP. Yeah, look at that. Look at that really sad looking defense swap for the second time this stream. Right. So it's just like we need that like crazy high HP, man. We need to get like roll some pieces that look like this, where they got some more HP. I told you this character is really hard to get high HP on, man. He's not easy. You want an ER because of Mort? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Your Airness, but, the man ignores ZR. He has injury in the kit, so, like, he's gonna reduce your max HP, and then he's gonna get you. Like, the only way you don't get got is outspeed him and throw up immunity. He's assuming you have more HP than the Great One, but like I said, like, you might avoid the first one. You ain't avoiding the second one. He doesn't have injury anymore? I thought he did. Am I crazy? Did they actually remove injury from this man? No way. Delulu, yeah. Okay. Point is, I would not try to build ER for the explicit purpose of trying to dodge Mort's fear. Like, the teams that he has played with, right? Things like Harsetti, Ilanav, they have injury. You will get got unless you literally put up immunity. Dude, I just thought he injured, bro. Like, I'm so used to this. That's wild to me. Oh, yeah. Damn, dude, we messed up twice in a span of 10 minutes. It's great. Is counter set on Mort pointless? No, it just ups his chance to counter. If you're on like counter set with Elbrus, he has an absurdly high chance to counter. It stacks. Yeah, if you're on counter set with Elbrus on Mort, it's like, yeah, it's about like 86% chance to counter on an AoE. Like it's basically all but guaranteed that if you get an AoE attack when you're on that setup, he just counters. Yeah. But Providence, yeah, just basically like I think you have a great start here. Me personally, again, this is just my opinion. I think that having the higher HP on Crow is like everything. And then, like we talked about earlier, if you want imprints, you could just open his story summon at some point. Please don't do it until you secure, Tenya next week, the limited hero. Don't do that. Like, make sure you have enough to at least get her and her artifact. And then if you have you're flush with bookmarks after, go pick up some imprints. Like, he really, really needs them. The extra HP will do, like, a lot for you. Like, if you had that extra HP, you'd be close to, like, 27k right now. Who do you think I get after Tenya? Brinnis, Case? Case would be nice. Dude, where's my red Tamarin, bro? What is this? Or get one of these. That's true. This would also do wonders for you. If you had a health percentage boot with a bunch of HP, it really is like, that is premium. The more I play bruisers, the more I realize that having HP boots with like high speed is like premium. Like I showed you like the Last Rider Crow boot. It's a speed set boot, but like this boot is like, right? Like having a boot with like really high speed is just really, really gross. It allows you to make some really like terrifying looking characters. By the way, I don't know if I've shown this off before, this Bellion, but this is like my pride and joy right now. I love her. She's so good. We get a green Tenebria before Brinnis. That's actually hilarious. Anyways, Providence, hopefully that answered the question for you. Alright. Oh no. Oh no, Atsuma. Oh no. We have another Bellion. I don't have her geared at the moment, but like I wish I could give away my dupes, bro, because I have 3 Bellions. There's a Bellion here, a Bellion here. Pretty sure there's a Bellion here also. Nope, not here. Surely there's another Bellion. Yeah, see, there's a Bellion here. Yo, Rage Bellion, let's go. Dude, Tristan has more Bellions than me, dude. Tristan's got 4 Bellions. And he plays them all. Oh man, this boot was about to be fire, and then I saw it was an 80, a level 80. Man! Anyways. So we move on now to WeebHub, who posted this. Okay, so I see what this is. You're playing there's 2 Acades. This is the one that's meant to cut. I think that this one's all right for cutting, right? Character has just, in general, pretty abysmal stats. The 15F on the ring is wasted, but like, what else are you going to mod it to? You can't really change anything. Hey, at least you have some F for a stun, right? Maybe it works out. That sword is not it. I know it's 25 ER, but like, we need HP, man. This character's made of paper. Yeah, so this is like Eternus, right? I think there's two ways to play this character. So it's this way, but with like an HP percentage, you know, like a more Soul Weaver oriented piece here. It's good. AB said you want either 100 ER or 200. Just yeah. Well, that's what I was about to transition to. So the other way you could play this character looks like this. Right? So on Guardian Ice Crystals, it's going to be about 110 ER. And you only really need like 100. And you're just trying to play her as bulky as possible and play to cycle Guardian Ice Crystals. So it's like, it's one of these, right? You either play it like this, but again, I think you want a sword with some HP on it. And then this. Yeah, this one is becoming increasingly more common. Because this one, when you have New Moon Luna, or like they have New Moon Luna, and you have this one, and it's in a game that's underneath of Harsetti, it is so difficult for them to win. What's the minimum speed to cut 300? So, to do that, it's really simple, Weebhub. So, you want to do 300. So, you're on Eternus, right? Do I have Eternus on anybody right now? So, it's really simple. It's basic math, right? So, Eternus gives 14%, right? So, you go to your calculator. And then you go 300, which is 300 speed, times 0.14 is 42. So 300 minus 42 gives you 258. So in order to cut a 300 speed character on Eternus, you would need to be 258. Now the thing is, Acades also gives you, in her kit, 20% CR. So she actually gets 34. So in that case, you go 300 times 0.34 is 102. So if you proc Eternus versus a 300 speed person, so it's 300 minus 102 gives you 198. So if you're at least 198 speed on Infinite Horizon Acades, and they use they put a debuff on somebody, you will cut, assuming that there is no, way to cut your CR in half at 198 speed. Right? Now, obviously, if it gets cut in half, then you only get 51 CR. So in that case, then you would need to cut at that point, 198 plus another 51 would be 249. So you need 200 speed. Now, for me, I'm at 220 because I'm not playing that. So for me, all I get is just the nat 20, right? So for me, 240 cuts 300. But at 221, like, I'm just a little bit shy. I cut after I take the third turn, basically guaranteed with this one. Honestly, 200 might be better, now that I'm looking at this math again. Now, if you wanted to outspeed 310, it would be 310 times 0.2. So it's 62 CR. So in that case, it'd be 248, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you wanted to cut 320, right? So, if you wanted to play your one right here, right? If you wanted to play this one to cut 320, it'd be 320 times 0.34 is 108.8, so roughly 109. So it'd be 320 minus 109 is 211. So if you play her at least at 211 speed, you will cut. So yours right now at 231, right? Yours cuts to 350 speed. The one that you're playing right now cuts to 350 speed. And if you get your CR cut in half, you cut to 290 speed. So there you go. That's basically it. The only thing I have to say about it past this point as far as like fixes for it is that I think that me personally, I think I would just go with a different sword. And honestly, you might be a bit too fast because like I said, you cut to 350, you might as well just pick up some more HP. Just go to like 210 or 220. Yeah, I think having this character tankier has been better for me than having her at high ER. Your mileage may vary. I think the bulk... Oh, they have different... Dom, they have different usage, right? It's different characters. Like, so for me, right? This character, the way I have her built, this is built to fight New Moon Luna and Harsetti. Right? Whereas, like, to fight cleavers, which is how the other one is used, right? It's, like, used for very aggressive comps. I use this Sage Ball, but this Sage Ball is actually not fast enough. I lost a bunch of games yesterday because of how slow this was. I actually have to take the Sage Ball back to the lab because this is absolutely not fast enough. This needs to be like 268, 269. Even if it means I have to cut some ER. Alright, because 262 is too slow for Sage Ball now. The way that everybody plays Ludwig, right? You don't cut. You need to decisively outspeed Ludwig, who's usually played about 260. I literally lost 2 games yesterday because I was 1% slower than an Eternal Wonder Ludwig twice. It sucked. And before anybody says 50-50 crit chance, I'm working on it. I get 8 from imprints. He's fun, though. Alright, let's move on to Suchi. Oh no, Suchi posted the girl. Let's go. Oh, he did it. Wait, lifesteal, Doko. But why? Shadow and Lifesteal didn't feel good? Really? I thought Lifesteal felt great. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like the girl, but she's never winning against Janua or Flan. Maybe if the AI is controlling Janua. Oh yeah, dude. Lifesteal feels really good on her. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, she's not winning that matchup either way. Like you're saying like, oh, dude, like I tried Lifesteal Luna. It just didn't feel good against the most broken, most banned, highest win rate character in the whole game. Like that's basically what you said right now. So I'm just like, yeah, well, nothing. The New Moon Luna feels like okay versus Flan. Yeah, like this character is super good. Like, I should say this artifact is super good, right? Like, I'm not on it right now. Like, my Luna's on Draco because I'm poor and I don't have 2 copies of this. If I had 2 copies of Ruyi, how do you pronounce this? Is it Ruyi Jingu Bong? I don't know. I'm terrible at pronouncing this. But yeah, RGB. We'll just call it RJB, not RGB. RJB. Yeah, if I had another copy of RJB, that would absolutely be on my Luna right now. Because when I was playing her on RJB, it felt amazing. I'm actually sad that I can't play her on RJB right now. You missed 3F? That's rough, Gary. Which, by the way, has Hero Library updated? Do I get to be on the cool list with ATK now? I want to see if I rank on the Luna leaderboard. It hasn't been updated recently. Damn. Wait, it has. Yo, where am I at here? It does not show me. It literally does not show me. I should be right here. Like around like maybe 9. Oh, boo. Wait, that's not me. I have more like that. I should be like right here, like number 10. Did I specify an artifact on her in Fribbles? Let's check. Did I not? Oh my god. It's the wrong artifact. Thank you, ATK. It shows me as on Azure Comet. Alright. Does this update in real time? I have no idea. It is 6-star awoken. Maybe someday I'll show up. But I wanted to be on the Luna leaderboard. I wanted it to be just like ATK for real. Okay. Yo, we're gonna do that later, bro. The strongest hero in the game? Nah, bro. Alright, Split, thank you for that. That was a good laugh. The rank number 1 hero. Number 1 hero. The All Might of our generation. Jonuda. Anyways, back to this sushi. I mean, it's definitely a usable Luna. I super would not reforge that boot. I would get a different boot. That boot, it looks like the struggle. She's angry because her footwear isn't very comfortable. True, where to ER? Stop. Not everyone's a psychopath like you. Yeah, Sushi, I think it's definitely a different boot. For sure. It's a placeholder? Alright, sounds good.
Tsukika's just subscribed. At 9M gifted a tier 1 sub to Tsuki Cage. They have given
Tsuki Cage? What the hell? Bro, you're now Suki Cage, apparently. Just like X9M. But yeah, no, I just like this because it's a stat stick character and like, or like a stat stick artifact, and the Luna is just a stat stick character in general. So I think you really want, you just want like as much gear score as possible. Like helmet's good, body's good, necklace seems good, sword's good-ish, ring is also good-ish, right? Yeah, it's just the boot. Me personally, like I said, I've had a lot of fun with lifesteal. It's been pretty good for me, so I'm just gonna keep rocking the lifesteal with my 50-50 crit. So then his gear should have no less than 110 plus gear score. That's crazy because like if you did that, then like even ATK would be disqualified. That's it. ATK would be disqualified. You're asking me to put a helmet on Luna and leave everything and take everything else off. You're asking me to just go like this, right? You're asking me to just go Just put this helmet on and then just take all of her other stuff off. That's it. Here you go. So my Asaria for PvE, clearly. Alright. So let's go back now to the next one, which is Diana. Coming back with the Kayron. Tried to improve this build, but couldn't ever play the guy because Mortellix is always present, even if you pick units that counter him first. Yeah. That's the struggle. I'll look at the build, but yeah, this is why I haven't really been using him either, because he just dies to everything that's in the format. Like, the character just needs a rework. That's just me keeping it real. Bulk seems good. Damage seems alright. ER seems a little low. Oh, we definitely go for, I think, a different necklace. 109 flat defense is really good, but the rest of this is... What's that, 2 rolls? 2 rolls into defense? Maybe it's 3. 2 rolls into it, then 2 rolls into ER? Or into crit chance? Yeah, this basically, it's like low roll just in general, even if you just factor in the fact that it's probably like... What does this start at 6? Crit chance, say it's 5? Yeah, it's 2 in flat defense and 3 in crit chance. But it's like not very highly rolled in crit chance. Like, it's like low to average in crit chance. And like low to average in flat defense. So I just definitely think that has to get changed out. And same thing here. How much just like low roll. Rest of this seems fine. Man, this character's just like suffering. Has anyone actually had success with this character? No, I actually did not know he didn't keep fighting Spirit on counter, so that sucks. Let me change to a different soundtrack. You actually have, like... I have had, like, literally 0 success with this character. Luxea says no. Yeah, so you're like, for every, like, win, you lose 2 or 3 times, yeah. Yeah, I think just your helmet and your necklace are the only, like, obvious fix points, and as far as, like, helping you with use cases, like... I don't know what else to say. He struggles, man. Yeah, I just think he needs a rework entirely. Like, he's just not a good character. If you somehow manage to get it to work, Diana, like, please, like, keep me updated on it. Again, like I said, necklace and helmet, I think, could use some improvement. Just because they're just overall not super well rolled. But I don't know how you're supposed to make this character really work. If I was me, I would focus on getting your ER up, even if it comes at the expense of a little bit of attack. Is it, Wii U, Leon? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Also, ATK, if I didn't already thank you for the gifted, thank you again. I believe I did, but you never know. My brain is like, it's just like, it's like a whirlwind all the time. You're gonna just beat MLK run, surely. Alright, so this one is from Rex Raymond. I just picked up my ML5 from the headhunt. She took away my ice Lua gear. Is this alright? This is the fastest I can make her. Homie, you're doing better than me. Why are you asking this question? Here's mine. You have literally 60 effectiveness on me. So, yeah, I would say it's fine. I have more bulk on you, but not by much. You actually have a set bonus. And like I said, you have about 60 F on me. So I would say you're doing it right. My reason for my artifact, in case you guys are wondering, is if like my opponents play something that tries to like AoE, like they outspeed me and try to hit me with like an AoE, then because I'm on guide to a decision, if they don't break barrier because they take half damage through stealth, then I get a CR push. Anyways, yeah, hopefully that answers it, Rex. I know it's like a short answer, but yeah, you looks good to me. All right, War Yume is up next with Hellion Lua. Defense and health look great. You're actually kind of high on health. Speed could be a little bit faster, and then F could be obviously better too. But like, I think this is a fine starting point. I definitely think that you should try to find a different sword, because 12 speed is, for the most part, pretty slow. Right? It's like only 2 rolls into speed out of 5. Anything with 3 rolls into speed is just going to be better. The 17 health, you're already higher than where you need to be health threshold-wise. And then like attack and crit chance don't do anything for you, so that's an obvious like point of replacement. Yeah, that's kind of it. Like, you could go for a different ring if you wanted to, but that ring is really good just in general. Yeah, I think it's just try to get a different sword. Like, if you had a 20 speed sword there, you'd be at 283, which would be really good. Right? Because that's like about where Ice Lua is for me, is like 285-ish. Yeah. The ring is nice on this one, yeah. Yeah, the sword's the only like really obvious thing I think you want to change. You think the necklace should be tweaked in the future? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, again, if you, because like you're correct. The necklace doesn't do a lot for you other than the fact that it has 16 speed. If you have a necklace that is HP percentage made with just more speed, you could just change it, like just completely swap it out. No big deal. You don't really lose anything. It doesn't even matter what the subs are. It could be all damage subs. It'd be fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just these 2 top pieces I think are like the obvious, like we should change these out long term. Alright, let's move on to Atsuma. I assume this is in response to the boss from this morning. You think drop a lot of speed for HP boot, or just use a helmet more HP like this? Okay. Yeah, we definitely need more bulk, just looking at it. Oh my god, why do you have so much HP? Or attack, I mean. Holy hell. 4,200 is astronomically high for this character. The linked photo has the gear. Alright. Homie, why is your attack so high? Also, yo, I think I'll be real with you. I think you just completely changed to a HP ring. I would just change to an HP ring. Game, why keep cycling eulogy for a saint? Alright, back to this real fast. Yo, this looks actually like, this looks really, really good. obviously boots are not the best roll. They're okay. I still think speed boots is fine on the character. I just would go HP ring. I think this character with an HP ring would just be like nuts. Like the high F, the good speed, the good defense, right? The attack, like in the past, straight up, like 3,000 or like 3,200 attack on Archdemon is just GG. Like, I really don't think you need an attack ring on this character. Do you have an HP ring that looks like that neck? Dude, if you have an HP ring that looks exactly like that neck, just play it. Oh my god, you will just destroy everybody. Normally, I'm not big on the F because of the fact that she has the soul burn. But because you're on Crimson Moon of Nightmares, like, I think it's kind of funny. Like, you'll just be sealing like crazy, dude. You'll just seal everything. If that doesn't work out for you, though, you could consider going like Iala or even Fairy Tale after the buffs. I think this character... Like, me personally, I'm going to try to build this character counter Unity because, like, I just want to be that guy. I think that's really funny. Don't have Fairy Tale on for it? Damn. Triple Banner should be coming up soon by January. You'll have the opportunity then, I think. This looks really good, though. Oh, also, you got to get that last imprint, man. Oh my god, the attack goes even higher. Get that last imprint. Like, it's free. Yeah. This is a really good Archdemon. That's a really, really good Archdemon. Alright. We'll move on to the RYK. This is my updated Dilibet from last time. Alright. HP looks good. Defense looks good. Speed's a little low, but we're kind of pretty much there. I would say this looks really good. Yeah, you know, I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm good with this. I don't know what number Dilibet this is. I lost count. I don't know. I don't know what I would change here. All the pieces of gear are good. I mean, you could chase, like, a slightly different helmet, or... a slightly... It's not even. Like, everything's just good. Yeah, I don't have any... I have no changes to this, RYK. I think this is good. More than 7, you think? Hey! Let's go. Move on to the next one here. This is Calum. Gave my queen the best I can at the moment and was wondering what changes I should make or stats I should shoot for. I'm around high champ to low emperor, by the way. Okay, so you're like in the same bracket where I'm chilling right now. Dude, my queen. I love Corinne, dude. Corinne is so cool. Anyways. Wow. Dude, your Corinne's amazing. Anything we could do here? You have a swap here on HP, flat HP. You could change that to, like, it doesn't get you anything, but, like, you could go HP percentage just to pick up a percentage point. It's almost not worth it because there's nothing else you could take here. But you could take crit damage here, can't you? I just realized you could just take crit damage here on the flat HP. Unless you swap this, unless this is 5% here is a swap. Yeah. In case you guys haven't noticed, Calum has a legend banner. Like, this is a legend frame. The attack was the swap? Okay. So then you should get that to 14. That's just like a freebie pickup. At some point, if you don't mind spending the resources, of course. Helmet's great. I assume that this crit chance on the body is a swap. If not, again, crit damage gets picked up here. 104 GS here. Those boots are insane. Ring is insane. Necklace also. Necklace is the weakest point here, I think, at the moment. I think necklace is your weak point right now. I mean, not to say that it's a bad necklace. It's a good necklace, but like that can be better. Like, let's be real. That can be better. Am I wrong, or am I wrong here? I think that this is the obvious like improve point. Okay, so we can't improve the chest. So yeah, the only spot that looks obvious to improve is the necklace, because the necklace is like one roll in crit chance, base roll and attack, one roll in that, and then 3 rolls in speed. So it's basically right. So like if you had hit one attack percentage roll, if you hit one attack percentage roll over the fly attack, like it's just a strictly better piece. I don't know how badly you're willing to chase it, but like I mean, the legend frame plus the quality of gear suggests like you could very easily like this is like pretty premium gear for a Corinne. Like I love Corinne, and I wish you all the success in the world with this thing, because like this is actually like fire. I wish I could play this. I wish I had this gear. I would do it. I would absolutely put like gear like this on Corinne if I had it. But like the only obvious improvement point, aside from just being like, oh yeah, I rolled a strictly better sword or a strictly better like body, and it's like you're not realistically just rolling a 23 speed red body with like stats that are usable here. I think the only like even somewhat realistic thing to outroll is the necklace. Yeah, well, it's on the body, Asmodeus. So the body, he swapped whatever that top thing was to 5 crit chance. So he's just stuck with the bottom 2 subs that don't do anything, and he can't do anything about it. So the only way that you just get a better body piece is if you just roll another 23 plus speeder that just has the crit chance on it natively with like crit damage. See what I mean? Like this is actually nuts. Like YouTube is saying this might be like the best LPK on the server. That might be true actually. Yo, do we have Hero Library up? Can we actually look? Is it actually? Wow, it's not even the fastest. That's wild to me. Yeah, some people are just speed demons. Like, look at this. This is probably us right here. This looks about right. Okay. No, I mean, I don't blame you. Corinne is literally, you know, part of the holy trinity of waifus for me. It's Luna, Corinne, Sermia. She's your favorite unit for sure? Yeah, LPK is so cool. I think she's the coolest version of the character, too. Her hair is so cool. I love that it's like, you know, she's got like the raven hair on one side and then like the gold hair inside. I think it's so cool. Like, what a cool looking character. Alright, Kells, hopefully that helps you, man. I wish I could give you more advice, but like I said, it's pretty hard. Like, when you're at this level of gear, you're trying to get like not even an inch, right? You're trying to like you're only moving like a millimeter with like gear upgrades. You're barely getting anywhere. It's a lot of luck at that point. XF is up next. This is, hi Sue, dropping this SBA for a review. Cooked this at 5 a.m. in the morning, so we'll probably be asleep when you come around to this review. We'll watch the VOD later, or later watch the VOD later on, or a text reply, whichever works. Have a good Friday. Hey, thanks, man. You have a good Friday and a good weekend as well. All right. So it's a little bit hard to read the stats, but we are at 240. Okay. I feel like we need more HP. Looks like more HP. Maybe at the expense of a little bit of F. All right, so let's see. The ring is definitely a major point of concern. It's not particularly very well rolled, and the speed is like middle of the pack. Sword has 12 crit damage, which obviously is wasted. Speed is middle. Pack is alright. F is alright. I think this could be a higher roll, you know, more well-rounded piece on the character. You have a swap here. Pick up more F if you want on the body. It's like 5% it looks like here. That swaps to 8 or 9. That's your call though, because obviously if you swap that, you're stuck with the crit chance forever. I would swap the ER maybe on the helmet for like death percentage, but even then I'm not sure. Maybe something different than this helmet. Ooh, necklace being death percentage, I just realized that is not where I want to be at. I want to be HP percentage or attack percentage here. Yeah, I think you want a different necklace for sure. I think it's definitely different necklace and ring. Boots are fine. Yeah, definitely different necklace and ring. Something that's a bit more higher rolled, I feel like works a lot better on your ring. And then again, necklace, like I don't want defense percentage, man. I want either attack percentage or health percentage, I think. All right. Let me switch over. I'll show you where I'm at with Araminta. Granted, like I'm on triple S Araminta, so it's gonna be a little bit different, but you kind of see like I'm on HP percentage necklace. That's what I'm saying. So that's like that'll help you a lot. Like that'll help you a lot. Bring that HP up. Like so you're at like 11k. If you jump to this, you'll jump up to the 14s, which will make you a lot harder to deal with. And you can see I have about 200 F, but granted I'm on the imprint, so like, you know, your mileage may vary, and then I still have some attack here and there. I think that's like the major thing is just you need a ring that's a bit higher equipment score overall, and then you just want a health percentage necklace with some good rolls on it. I think that those are my like two major points of concern with this build. And then obviously you'll want to long-term get a higher rank Abyssal Crown and get some imprints into the character. I think that'll work out a lot for you. Yeah, overall, yeah, just ring and necklace. Sword could be a little bit better, but it's not the end of the world. And then you have a potential swap if you so choose on the helmet. Right, but like that helmet, for example, as it exists, is a pretty primo piece for somebody like DDR or like Sharoon. So you have to make that call. Do you want to forsake it forever to make that like a fixture of your Araminta? All right. Let's move on to our next one. This is Jonah with Urban Shadow Shoe. Not sure how much speed and HP she needs. So we've talked about this a little bit before with Urban Shadow Shoe. You're in the right spot with the necklace and the ring being HP percentage. Right? Your right side looks actually quite strong. It's your left side. Oh wow, I just realized this is insanely fast. I didn't look at the speed. I was like, the right side's nuts. Then I looked at the left side and was like, wait a minute. Yo. I feel like this is a flex, but I don't know. Yo. Chat. Would you guys leave this as is? Yeah, the boots, you can change the 8% attack to defense percentage. No, stop, Suchi. Okay, so there's two ways you could take this, Jonah. You can either leave it this speed right? And just have a really fast one and try to rush people down. Or you go the more conventional route where it's like this. Where it's like closer to 25k with more defense at the expense of some speed. Right? So you have to choose. Either slow it down, right? And the best way I think for you to do that is probably left side pieces here. Right? So like, there's no HP on these left side pieces, really. So we want these to have a bunch of HP on them, right? So if we remove this as 33, so you lose 55 speed collectively. So as long as you have some pieces left-hand side, right? That have like some speed and some HP, right? Or like, you know, good HP and some speed. Then that I think will be how you want to do that. But considering you have a 290 speed rat, it's like, yeah, the character wants to be fast to cycle the passive, but is it too squishy? Most people play the character around 250 to 260 with around 23 to 25k HP, right? With some defense. So you have to choose, and like left side pieces with more HP, like this one, with a little bit of speed, or you can just keep it how it is and just play blazing fast. It's your shoe? Okay. Yeah, does what I'm saying make sense? It's either stay this fast and try to run people over and end the game very quickly, or slow her down and get big HP on the left side pieces, the helmet, the sword, the body. Those are pretty much your only two like real angles here. Honestly, this gear though is so insane. Like I might consider putting it on somebody other than Shu. A lot of this gear is really, really nuts. But yeah, the left side is just the big thing, because like the right side stuff can carry you speed wise pretty much almost by itself. It's just a matter of left side pieces need to be more HP, less speed. Yeah. Okay, yeah, like I said, you just have to make your choice. I don't know what your playstyle is. Like, if you play, like, mostly cleave and aggro, you leave it like this. If you play standard or, like, slow and tanky, then you switch to HP. Like, I'm a much slower player, so for me, I can't even build this shoe. So, that's, like, out of the way for me. And so I don't have, like, a way to kind of tell you how good or bad I think it is. Somebody like Kev Strife has played the character this fast before. He would know probably a bit better. Right. You like cleave and aggro? Then maybe try this out. And if it's not working out, you're still dying too fast, then maybe you go left side, more HP, less speed. And so you start here, and if it's not winning, then you make it tankier, like drop 10 speed, go tankier, and you just keep doing that until it gets to where you want it to be, or it starts winning. Slower player until you seize your destiny and become I'm cleave. Hey, look, I tried yesterday, right? Like, did we not try yesterday, right?
I'll teach you a lesson.
I think we died during it, but like we tried to become I'm cleave, did we not? Where was the I'm cleave game? Like proof that it, like sometimes we could become the I'm cleave player. I will find it. I will find this. Because people are just like, he can't do it, and I'm like, yeah, we can. Yeah, here. We tried to become I'm cleave. After 72. Look, I failed, but I tried. I tried to become the I'm cleave. I wasn't very good at it, but we tried, okay? We tried. Yeah, dude, this is like where we like we literally just like we were just losing every game yesterday, dude. Look at that carpet, bro. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo, man, we lost 9 in a row yesterday. Hey, Luno, what's good? How have you been? The Great Lunar Raid. All your ice cream now belongs to us. I don't have any ice cream. I wish I did. Yeah, so we're in the middle of Fix It Friday, where a user submitted the most insane Urban Shadow shoe I've ever seen. I appreciate the raid, Luna. I'm only going to be going for about, like, another half hour, though. I got to run to the airport and pick somebody up after that. But for right now, though, like I said, sit back. We're going to discuss the intricacies of gearing characters in E7. I make suggestions. I do this as a weekly segment. Basically, people can submit their characters. I will review them, give you some feedback, some advice to kind of guide you in the right direction so that way you have some idea of what to do. If you want, the pin messages at the top of the stream. You can jump into my Discord, go to Fix It Streams, submit a character. I won't get to it today on stream, but I will at you. I'll tag you and give you some feedback on it if you want, right? Oh no, ATK, what is this? Fast rat? No, stop! Stop! What is this? Bro, where are you speed demons coming from? We just had the 303 speed Corinne. Now we have the 289 speed Shu. Stop! Anyways, let's move on to Buckeyes. Buckeyes submitted a Abyssal. It says, I think this is enough buffer, but I'm not sure about my damage. I think your damage looks good. If anything, I think your speed is the thing that's lacking. It had pen. Nah. Yeah, I think speed is your big thing where you're lacking right now. You have everything, but you just don't have the speed. We're like 20 speed too slow. That ring is insane. How do we get out of this? Does it have to be speed boots? I think it has to be speed boots. Wait, I just realized. Yeah, no. Alright, I figured it out. You need a different helmet, you need different boots. You're on immunity set. Like, the character, like, unless you're afraid of getting sealed turn 1 by Nequal, immunity set doesn't do anything for you. You want a set that has stats. Because the character's passive cleanses it. Right? Like, if nobody wants to hit Euphine voluntarily unless they're sealing her. That's about it. Yeah, what one shot was saying, yeah. If you play this as a cleave anchor, sure. Or like if you are a cleaver, right? Like, as in, if you are cleaving somebody and you pick Abyssal, then it's worth it. But like, otherwise, no. Like, forego it. But yeah, like, you have attack on the sword, the helmet.
Asmodeus37 cheered Dex100. Thanks ATK and others for showing us that. I always appreciate Sue and his Flex It Friday streams with his occasional segments where people aren't flexing. I am looking forward to next year when Sue finally decides to add Showboat Saturday to his weekly programming schedule.
Thank you, Asmodeus, for the bits. Dude, Showboat Saturday sounds great. Fix It Friday and then we do Showboat Saturday. Dude, could you imagine if we had a segment called Showboat Saturday? Where people just come in and they like... You have to submit a character and then you have to basically... Dude, okay. So we have Fix It Friday and then we get Showboat Saturday and then we could get MLM Mondays where you literally write me an essay on why you think your character is good. Dude, actually MLM Mondays sounds really funny. I'd watch MLM Mondays. Okay. No, it's Taco Tuesday. All right, maybe we do an MLM Mondays. Like, I'm not usually around on Mondays, but like maybe if I'm around on a Monday one of these days, we'll do MLM Mondays. Yeah. So Rex, back to the thing. I think we want speed boots, and then I think that we need to just. I feel like in general we just need, because you have like attack percentage right on the helmet, which we don't need as badly. So we can pick up some HP and crit chance, crit damage here, and then we still have to try to maintain some defense on this. This is rough. Man, like, I feel like it has to be speed boots. Like, what am I on? Am I on crit chance necklace or crit damage necklace? I forget. Crit damage. Yeah, like, characters like a Gear Score Kingdom character. But, like, you could see, like, looking at your stats versus mine, like, I'm just faster than yours. But I have less crit damage. Like, the damage is not, it shouldn't be your worry. It should be, like, the speed. You don't want her, like, too slow, I don't think. But who knows? We're in the Harsetti meta, so maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, either you leave it as is or you try to speed it up. I leave that decision to you, Buckeyes. Oh no, another Archdemon. Okay. Wait, did we already look at this one? Oh, this is the one that was linked. Ah, this was tagged. It has a reference to the previous one. So we already saw that one. Let's go over here to Panda Doodle Dandy, which is where we stopped on Panda last week, right? This is a Hua Young. Thanks so much for all you do, Sue. Am I coping with these boots? Should I stick with speed main stat? There's two pictures here, so what's the difference between them? Okay. So this one is 272. Yo, this is like really, really fast. Holy hell. Yo, does this kill? Yo, real talk, like, does this kill? Like, does 4793 actually kill anything? Because if so, this is actually legitimately insane. That's what I'm saying, Caleb's, right? Like, if this actually, like, legitimately, like, puts an Illinav on death's door or kills her, or actually, not Illinav, Illina's a bad example because of defense, but, like, if this puts, like, LRK on death's door or just kills him outright, this is actually nuts. This is actually insane to me. Oh my god, dude. Like, how do you improve on this? I'm just trying to figure out, like, dude, if we could get, like, another 100 attack on this character, she would just be absolutely cracked, but there's just nowhere to get it. Dude, there's just, like, nowhere to get it. Unless you have, like, a penta or quad roll attack percentage boot, there's just no way. And this one's more damage, right? Oh my god, dude, this is so hard. You believe the attack? Well, the attack boot, this one kills. This absolutely kills. The thing is, like, if this one kills, this one with the purple speed boot, if this kills, this thing is broken. Oh, no, I don't think it's the neck and the ring. This is actually, like, wild to me, man. Wait. It's a flat attack boot? Oh my god. If that was attack percentage, I didn't even catch that. Holy hell. Quick maths time. I believe Hwa-Young's Libra. So she has 520. So the total value of those boots, right, are 119 times 0.18 plus 525. So the flat attack boots are worth 726 attack. Right? So keep that in mind. 726 attack. Now if we went for the boots, the attack percentage boots, right? We would have... we're at 727. So what did I say it was originally? So it was 1119 times 0.18 plus 5. Okay, so they're basically the same. Alright, so these boots, right, the flat attack ones, have the exact same amount of attack as attack percentage boots that don't have flat attack as a sub. Yeah, I'm with Caleb's on this one. I just don't think this is possible without getting more insane pieces. Like, I think no matter which one of these you go with, Panda, this Hwa-Young is insane. Like, if you play this one, like, this one's like... dude, this 272 Hwa-Young is just like... I don't think people are going to expect it to be that fast, but even then, this 245 one is also fast and hits like a truck. Like, both of these are faster than the average. One's a little bit faster, one is way faster than the average. I don't know what level you play at, like, what, like, champion, challenger, emperor, but like... good lord, man. Like, I think no matter what Hwa-Young you go with, you can't go wrong on this one. Actually, hold on. I wonder if, like, possible is that, like, could you change out, like, the sword for something with, like, 40% attack and only, like, 5 or 8 speed. Is that better? Not like you probably just have one of those laying around. Let's be real here. Yeah, I think this is just a pick one. I don't really know what the correct answer is. For me, I probably would play the 272 one just because it's like a massive flex that I can have a Hwa-Young that's that fast and just kill you. Or at least put you really close to dead. Something to think about. Alright, let's move on to RC here. I only have about 15 minutes left, so we gotta start moving. Gotta go as fast as possible here. Yep. That's what ATK said. That Hwa-Young is a case of where your best avenue to improve the character is to use a Gear Forge piece. Like, you have to get something that's perfect. Alright, so we got an ML Ken. Your damage is too high, your bulk is too low. We talk about this all the time. Oh, and you're in a bunch of broken sets, so you're giving up a bunch of stats. So this character is just stats the character. Like, there's a lot of these characters, I call them stats the character, where if you just don't have high equipment score, it's just gonna suck, right? Oh, you have a flat, yeah, the boot is definitely not it, right? Because it's got flat health, which is not what we want. And then you have a bunch of, the body has Effectus, which we don't want. The helmet's low rolled. Necklace is low rolled. The sword is fine. And the ring is also, like, okay. If you could swap this 11 defense to 14% defense, then I think you keep your 2 resist set pieces, and then you try to build 2 pen set, 2 health set, or like 2 pen set, 2 defense set, right? Or just go 2 more resist sets, 2 pen set, right? The character is just so hard to build. Do I even have him on gear so I can show you what I'm talking about when I say he's like stats the character? No, I don't have him on gear right now, but like my previous stat line, if I pull it up here over on my other thing. Where are you? Ken. So my previous stat line was 3,300 attack, 1,450 defense, 19,630 HP, 105 speed, and 270 crit damage. So that's what I used to have. And as you can see, you have more attack and more crit damage than that. But you have way less HP and defense than that. My effect resistance was 130. So you need a little bit more ER, and you'll get that from actually having imprints. Like if you could slate this, well, not necessarily slate, but like imprint, right? I would not slate ML Ken because he's not very strong in the current meta. I would use like red Ken imprints on it. So getting imprints helps you a lot with this character, but you definitely need different, like a different configuration of pieces. Like I said, I keep the ring, I keep the sword, and then I think I just replace everything else. I think you want health percentage boots, right? Instead of flat health ones. And then obviously you can keep the crit damage necklace too. Yeah. And obviously you get Sigurd's the plus 15. That's right on that one. He doesn't have it. That's what I'm saying. We need to go way higher on that stuff. Alright. I'm gonna move on. RC, if you still have questions, DM me on Discord. I will try to help you out. We'll move on to Lope. I'm trying to move as fast as I can because, again, I have to leave in about 10 minutes to go pick somebody up from the airport. So I want to at least try to get at least 2 or 3 more in. Like, I'll probably do Lope, Lux, and the Crow. Right? And then there's one here for Lusar. If I can tag the one for Lusar, I will. So let's just start going as fast as we can. Lope says, is this good for Elbrus Rufine? Your HP is really high. Or really low, I'm sorry, for what it needs to be. Your defense is very high. Speed is good. Crit hit chance is good. Critical hit damage is slightly low, but it's offset by the high defense. Just looking at it, if you can find a way, like you actually have like surprisingly too much defense. I think I would probably change your sword. And I would change your helmet. Like you're actually like Omega over on defense, so like why not just like choose a helmet that has a bunch of HP, crit chance, crit damage, because you don't need as much defense as you have. That would give you more bulk overall. I think the rest is fine. I think I would change sword and helmet. Yeah, I think I'm just changing sword and helmet, and I'm leaving everything else alone. Yeah, we could also go health percentage ring and leave the sword and helmet alone. That's another alternative we could do, health percentage ring. Right? But overall, like 2100, 2200 defense, 18k HP, 160, 170 speed, 100 crit chance, like 250 to 270 crit damage. That's what you're looking for. Alright, let's move on to Lux AS here. Lux says, should I lower the speed for attack or is this good enough? She's one of the MLs I got from the Dash event. Okay. No, your speed is fine-ish. I would not play lower speed than 230 on this character. I believe I used to play 3450 to 3500 attack with 235 speed. Obviously, this character can be built like monstrously fast, like 260, 270 with similar stat line. So you can keep that in mind. The weak spot is definitely the boots. If you could get better boots with like higher attack percentage, like higher stats overall, that will help you out immensely. Other than that, I think this is fine. Red's gonna keep saying she needs ER. You do not need ER on this character. You also, depending on what you use her for, Secret Art Storm Sword is really good on her if you have a duplicate that's not on your Green Celine. But yeah, boots, change your boots, get more attack, get that to like 35, and I think you're good to go. The Crow on Hottest Girl in Game. Alright, what do we got here? Counter set. Whoa. This looks really good. I just don't know how good it is. Like, right? Like, stat-wise, you're amazing. You have basically the lifesteal stat line, but you're on counter set. It might be a little slow for counter set, actually, but this thing is really, really strong. Yeah, I don't think I have any changes. Let me know how this actually pans out, Necro. I think this is really good. Especially if you play this into Harsetti, right? Like, this could do a lot of work. It's very tanky, has very good damage. I know that you're like kind of an unorthodox player who plays like a lot of weird builds. This looks pretty good. Don't we all, Asmodeus? Alright. Let me see if I can grab Lusara real fast. It says, is this good build for Death Dealer Ray? Remember that Destina has the same stat line as Death Dealer Ray, so we're evaluating it as if it's Death Dealer Ray. Counter set, I don't think is very good on Death Dealer Ray. Ever since they changed him, he can work on counter, but it's way, way worse than speed set. In my opinion, the blueprint should be, for most Death Dealer Rays, 220 to 240 speed. Maybe 245 speed, somewhere in that speed range. 1800 defense, like 20k HP with 100 effectiveness, right? You don't really need more than 100 effectiveness because the character gives 50% with Pestilence. So therefore, you have 150 natively in the kit. That tags everything except the highest ER gamers. You could go 150F if you want and go like only 18k HP, but I find that because of how volatile, how much everybody hates Death Dealer Ray, they focus him pretty hard, so I would rather have the more bulk than the higher effectiveness. Alright. I'm still just going to keep going until I run out of time. I'm just going to try and go as fast as I possibly can, guys. So Mars goes up next. If I'm a turn 2 player with a lot of resistance and HP units, I don't know how to improve him. It's just speed. So let's see. The sword is okay. Your helmet is all right. It's not amazing. It's just average. You could change your helmet. That body is very good if you're trying to be an ER gamer. If you try to play a lot of ER, that's pretty good. Imprints obviously would help you a lot as well. Excellent necklace. A lot of speed here. Here's your problem. You're not on speed boots. Your defense is already high as is. If it was me, I would go speed boots with a bunch of HP percentage and defense percentage on them, and then I would try to get a helmet with a bunch of HP and defense as well, like maybe like 25% health, like maybe 15% defense. Even if it costs you some ER, right? Even if you go to like 100 ER, it's fine. I assume you're going to be playing this character with a lot of ER imprints, so it'll offset it. But I think what you really need is you need the speed to come up a little bit. Right, you're at 164. Revenge wants to be like 190, 200 speed, ideally. Your bulk is great. I just wish that he was a little bit faster, that's all. It's also not like... I don't want to say it's like poorly rolled or like low rolled, because like obviously 118 and then 413 is pretty good. But Crow has really high defense, so like flat defense is like, you'd rather have the percentage, right? So... for me, that's what I see. I see these, baby. Actually, if you go speed boots, the ring also, right? You could get a stronger ring. If you go speed boots, you could invest in a stronger ring, too. So yeah, I think these are the 3 pieces that I'm looking at, that I'm singling out. I go speed boots, and then based on what I get, like high HP, high defense, or like a mixture of both, I decide how I'm going to replace my ring next. And then I evaluate from there, what am I still missing, and I make that my helmet. I think that's the best plan of attack to improve the Crow. So Riznez is up next, and this is, I think, going to end up being the last one I get to do here. It is an Icarina, right? Oh, whoa, this is a weird one. Oh, it's on speed set, that's why. So this is a defense percentage boot, that means. I think if you're going to play Speed Karina, you want to be a bit faster. The only inherent advantage that Speed Karina has over Counterset Karina is that she has the ability to CR push her like a cut, right? And at 170, you're not really cutting. So me personally, like, I would just go counter set if you wanted to play at this speed bracket. And if you really, really wanted to play the character with like this level of health and defense, like, I don't know. I just don't think, I think that she would only be really good underneath of Harsetti. I don't think that 170 speed on this is like particularly amazing. Even then, right, if you absolutely wanted to play this in speed and wanted to play it in a match that wasn't with Harsetti, I would just play Noble Oath and play her only into cleave to just kind of explode people with a crazy defense, right? Use this for cleave, against cleave. Actually, this is the HP boot. This isn't even a defense boot. I just realized you're like, you need like 2650, 2700 defense. Yeah, okay, so no, that makes more sense. So are you on a crit damage necklace also? No, there's just a bunch of wasted stats on that. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see the full picture of this. So, sorry, I kind of like glossed over because in my haste, I kind of like jumped the gun there. Yeah, so you want like 2650, 2700 defense minimum, like 16, 17k HP, speed 170 on counter, or 200-ish if you're going to be playing her on speed. And even then, speed I think is more for anti-cleave, right? And if you're going anti-cleave versus cleave, I would not play Rocket Punch, I would play Noble Oath. It gives you exponentially more defense as your health drops. So obviously they focus Karina, try to kill Karina first, or they use an AoE, and if she survives, then you get like essentially like 4,000, 5,000 defense at that point because you're low on health, and your S3 literally explodes their whole team. And then obviously you don't want any crit chance, no crit damage. Some effectiveness for a defense break is good, and if you don't want to do that, you go effect resistance, or you just forego it altogether to get as much HP and defense as possible. So yeah. Noble Oath, counter set if you want, otherwise speed it up for that. And like I said, breakpoint stats are like 2600 to 2700 defense, 17k HP, 200-ish speed for speed set, 170 for counter. Your choice of effectiveness at like 70 to 100%, or ER at about 100%. And if you don't want to play either, just get more defense and HP. Got it? Sounds good. All right, it is 6:15. I will start my over the weekend. It's Serene. I believe this is your Alencia. You'll be the first person I tag throughout the weekend or very early on Monday morning when I do the rest of my reviews. I see you say here, hi Sue, not sure if I'll change her or build a Destro or Pen or HP, but is she still used with the stat line? Thanks. So yeah, I'll get to this in a little bit, right? Maybe later tonight, sometime throughout the weekend. As always, I'll tag everybody else that I haven't gotten to. Okay? See you for Showboat Saturday. If I'm able to, I will do another stream tomorrow night. I'm going to be busy for a decent chunk of tomorrow. I'm getting together with some friends. A friend of mine passed away earlier in the year, and I'm getting together with that group of people to kind of like, hey, it's been, you know, some time since then. How's everybody doing? Kind of thing. So, whenever I return from that, if it's early, you'll see a super late night evening stream. Otherwise, you know, if I could get to one on Sunday or like maybe even Monday or whatever have you, you know how it is, right? So maybe one Saturday, at the latest Tuesday of next week is the next time I'll be streaming. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like, it came out of nowhere. It's like, I don't want to get too much into it, but it was like, it's just one of those things that's just life. Like, it's just somebody just, nobody was at fault. It was just they went in for an outpatient like procedure, like a really standard surgery, very minimal risk, and it didn't go well. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. Have a wonderful weekend.